What about Predator Badlands?
I ain't seen that yet either. I'm waiting on that. I heard that was good though. I heard I might have to get up out of my seat
But
and go
Predator
to the theater.
Badlands.
Yeah, I heard I might have
I've
to
been
go for
hearing
that.
mixed things about it. I haven't.
I
I'm gonna
have
watch it
not
this
heard
week.
It's
mixed
it's
things.
okay.
Okay.
I've been hearing a
Out
lot
of
of mixed things about it.
out of the new Disney Predator lineup, I can honestly say that it's the weakest. It's still
Yeah,
good,
yeah, because that
but
last
it's the
Predator,
weakest.
that last
Killer of
Predator,
Killers,
that Hulu jump,
Killer of
that
Killers.
random ass, was that the
Yeah,
jump with they where
it's all
they
it's
went
all
back to
it's
like the
all Disney.
caveman era? Yeah,
Yeah, it's all Disney.
yeah, that
All
was good.
Disney. That this is
Yeah,
Disney's acquisition.
yeah.
And and to even like considering like I hope they don't merge certain universes,
Oh
and
yeah, you know how
I'm gonna
they,
just
you know
leave
how
it
they
out
are.
because when
They
I
merged a lot.
the Blade Runner joint, Ridley Scott officially said that that's been connected. That he
Yeah,
said that back in the 80s. So that I knew about. But when I saw Independence Day on there, I was like, what the
oh
Let's put
yeah,
all the aliens together. Let's just put them all in the same
like
cinematic universe so we can just
yeah.
bounce them around when we want an alien. That's basically what they were saying.
like because now I'm seeing a pattern and it's getting disturbing, like the whole power of friendship and like yeah,
Nothing
it's
like a good power of friendship to
cute
save a story.
cute alien
Oh Jesus.
companions with a badass character. Like I'm seeing it.
They're all just gonna be on Fortnite one day anyway.
Oh, you
Everybody's gonna
already
be
know.
connected on
You
Fortnite,
already know.
so
You
it
already
doesn't
know.
matter.
That's
You
hilarious.
already know.
Every character goes to Fortnite. If it's not on Fortnite, it's
Yeah,
not a success.
everybody. You're reaching everything.
We was just talking about that in on the critical level, talking about how Godzilla's on Fortnite. It works.
Oh yeah, it works.
Kenny said that he was like Godzilla's on Fortnite. I was like, that
It's a
Godzilla is
very
on
popular
Fortnite.
skin. It looks ridiculous, but it works. It all works.
All right, guys. Well, speaking of levels, I think it's time that we start our show, right? So, welcome to the level, your weekly check-in for geek and pop culture, where it all collides. Missing Savage Fox, but that's okay. You'll see him later on a level near you. Make sure you follow us on Twitch and YouTube. We're bringing you everything you need, everything you want, everything you see. Now, don't forget to check out the Critical Level, our gaming monthly podcast event, hosted by Skitty Live. And who else is your host, Skitty? Remind me of the people on your level.
Kenny
Kenny, yes, he's a
and
great gamer, and AP,
Tati,
my my familia. Familia. I was trying to say it in
Amelia,
Spanish and I said it wrong.
Amelia, Amelia.
Familia. Don't kill me out there. We also have the Level Sports Network, which goes live Thursdays at 6:30 for all your sports talk. We also have our most recent top 10 horror movies of all time. Make sure you check that out. And if you have an Amazon Prime account, you get a free Twitch sub. Use it on the level. It costs nothing to you, but helps us out a whole lot. And this week we have a special guest. Black Wrestling Federation, BWF, right? This
Hmm.
is a league of black wrestling group. They do matches, promos, and more. I got a chance to watch a
Crazy.
couple that I really enjoyed. I'm gonna let him introduce yourself. Level, welcome, Kyrie. Go
Yeah,
ahead,
I'm
Kyrie.
Kyrie. As she was saying, yeah, BW is a black wrestling group that we have four different brands on there. Everybody has their own type of show. Two of the shows, one of the shows that has gone to YouTube and has gotten kind of big is fully AI. So I'm not in part of it because I personally just, that's a whole nother story. But I just personally don't want to do the AI. I'm a part of the show that our entire show is made on WWE 2K25. Voiceovers, promos, character work, everything's done through the video game or whatever, and it's really fun. Not necessarily something I would say, hey, everybody, you should come on and join because it's a very close knit situation, and they're actually going through some loops right now to get more official. So more on that later on.
Definitely cool. That's so cool. I remember watching the first video I watched that you sent
Oh
me,
yeah.
and he was parodying Roman Reigns, and instead
Uh,
of having the necklace, it was made out of
I had
peppers.
peppers. Yeah, I had the pepper fala instead of the
It
hula
was,
fala. I had
I
the pepper
died.
fala. That's actually nominated for feud of the year right now. That was a crazy one, man. That was a
That
crazy
was a good one. You
one.
bathed the peppers in the blood of your
Yeah.
enemies.
Yep.
Like it was
Yep.
like it
Had
was
the fake
crazy.
blood, everything. It was good. It was good stuff, man.
It
Fun
was
times. I
definitely all
lost.
right.
That lost, by the way.
I know. I remember you telling
Um,
me you got,
yeah, yeah. I
my gyps.
lost. Yeah, I did. But I mean, it is what it is. It just depends on the style. You can do different type of promos. You can lead with comedy, or you can, act like you about to take somebody back to the armory and beat their ass in the back. It just depends on what your style is, and the judges was feeling the other style that day. So it is what it is. Fun stuff
Yeah, definitely understand. I love the fact, especially as WWE fans or wrestling fans in general, you're able to bring that passion
though. Oh yeah.
to something that you enjoy doing. So
Hmm.
definitely dope. Definitely dope. I'm gonna kick it off to our icebreaker question, Skitty. Unless you want to tell the level fan what you've been up to.
Um, I recently have been. I'm sorry, I had a brain fart. I recently ended my journey on getting all five endings
Of
on
Silent
Silent
Hill.
Hill
I
F.
know.
Oh,
And
nice.
Finally.
yeah, yeah. And I just dropped a short on my page, Skitty Live. Uh During the second run of doing the Great Invasion ending, you get an extra sword. And I did not know this. I just thought I was like, okay, I'm gonna
Oh,
just show the people
surprises.
on YouTube. I'm gonna show the people on YouTube the Great Invasion since I showed my people on TikTok. So I was like, all right, cool. Next, all of a sudden, I'm following the steps, and then I go up to the poster, I hit the poster, and then all of a sudden it's a different cinematic uh, little thing that happens. And a samurai lightsaber drops out of nowhere, and I'm like, what the fuck? Like, what is this? What? And yeah. So, when I read it after I did it, they said the second time you do the Great Invasion, and then you get it's a number that they give it, but it's basically like a lightsaber with a samurai katana hilt. It's crazy, but it's fire. It's fire. Silent Hill has been interesting, but I'm done. It's a wrap.
Finally, it's a wrap
I'm
on
tapped out.
that.
Free.
I've definitely been watching your journey, so it's I'm glad you finally completed
Woo.
it. Day in and day out, Skitty has dedicated his hours to Silent Hill F.
Crazy. Congrats, man.
That was
What an achievement. I'm gonna give you a hand clap, buddy.
Yeah, congrats.
endings because you
That's
know
crazy.
what, I would have just beat it once like I did the other Silent Hills.
Hmm.
This was the first Silent Hill that lets you know, oh well, you only beat it one time, but there's four endings you need to get to complete the story. And I said,
Hmm.
what?
Mhm.
You
I
can't
hate
just,
when
and
video
then it's
games do
on
that.
I'm on live, and it's like, oh my god, I can't say I beat this game and didn't beat this game.
Yeah,
You know what I mean?
because
So
you really don't fully know. Like I hate when video games do that because it's I already
I'm
spent all
and
this
down for
time
some
trying to.
mystery. I'm down
You
for
like
some
that?
yeah,
mystery in gaming these days.
you find out that the ending, there's only one true ending, and that's like the fourth ending,
Oh,
which is
Mm.
crazy,
It's like Black Mirror Bandersnatch.
crazy, crazy, crazy.
And I actually did that journey. Like for movie wise, I watched that multiple times, and then like I was really
Yeah, me too.
invested. So I needed to know. Which brings us to our icebreaker question. So we all know November 1st is upon us, and we have defrosted the infamous Mariah Carey, and we all we're in the holiday season. So my question for you guys is, what is your go-to holiday movie?
I have to say, hands down, I'm old. Christmas Story.
That's my movie.
Christmas Story. That's that's been that's been
Where should
the
try out? Shoot
Yeah,
your eye
yeah,
out. You shoot
yeah,
your eye
yeah.
out, kid.
I triple dog dare you. You know what I'm saying? Like, Ralphie, don't leave me. And then the big snowsuit. Like that has been. We're guaranteed watching that. I mean, I watch all the Christmas movies on during the holidays with my daughter and whatnot, or
Yeah,
with
so
the
many of
family.
them.
So
But
many.
that is definitely getting watched every Christmas, hands down. So
I always love a good Scrooge story. So mine is always either Scrooge, Bill Murray's Scrooged, or honestly, the Muppet
Mm,
Scrooge story, A Christmas Carol, is so underrated and it's still
yeah,
good, bro. That jump's
it's
so
so
good. Like
good.
that's my shit. Those are my shit. Like but other than that, of course, Bad Santa for the adult stuff, the unrated Bad Santa one, though, specifically.
I love a good Scrooge story. I have to say that Bill Murray Scrooge is. I mean, don't get me wrong. Jim Carrey did his thing, but I
Yeah.
think Bill Murray definitely it gave a good like blend of funny and also dark. And
And
now it's talk.
atmosphere and era too, like that
Yeah.
early '90s,
it was
early '80s
modernized for
era,
its
late
time.
'80s.
Mhm.
Yeah,
Yeah. I mean, and also with the Jim Carrey John, you got to remember too that was like on the lines of the Polar Express, which is another
Yeah.
I
Christmas
mean,
Coming
movie.
off
come
of that
on.
So
I
it was
mean,
time.
C.
yeah,
So
Yeah.
it was CG. So I
Yeah.
mean,
yeah,
like
yeah,
you
yeah.
know,
So
yeah, 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 yeah.
well, now we come up with a different Scrooge while we're on the topic. We it talks that Johnny Depp will be taking on his first role after being quote unquote canceled as Ebenezer Scrooge by Paramount.
I
So
did not
what do you
know that.
guys
I did not
think?
know that.
Yeah, do you think Johnny Depp is
I'm
he
I'm ready to
Yeah.
see what he can
He's
do
been
at this
everything.
age. I mean, he can live up to it.
Mhm. Okay. Okay. Gotcha.
Oh, okay.
We'll
'Cause
let
I was I
everybody.
was just I was sharing the link and everything.
Okay. So where were we? Oh yeah,
Oh
Johnny
yeah, I
Depp.
was Johnny Depp. Yeah, so he's done everything. We know he
The
can do
man
it.
of
I
many
just want to
faces.
see what he can bring to it at this age. I mean, we've seen a lot of people actors take gaps, whether it be due to cancellation or letting cancellations wear off, which a lot of these actors are able to. And I want to see how what he can do. Some people have come out better than their younger age. Some people who have tried to capture it again haven't been able to do it. So I want to see if he can capture his magic. I'm sure the script will be fine. You know what I'm saying? But ultimately, it'll boil down to can he recapture his magic?
Yeah, definitely agree. Definitely agree. He's the man of many faces. We've seen Johnny Depp in so many roles, and I definitely, like you said, think he can do it. But seeing how he is after this break, it definitely will be refreshing and good to see. Him
Yeah,
getting back into, the work of things.
yeah,
The other thing, let me answer the question first. My go-to a Christmas Story is a hard one. Like I love the
yeah.
Christmas Story. Like I watch it all the time during the holiday season. Like I know a lot of people in my house are Home Alone fans, but it was me, and I even watched the one they put out last year, the Another Christmas Story. Or that
Yeah,
one
me
was
too.
like
Awesome.
it was like nostalgic. It
Yeah,
brought
it was.
basically the same feeling I felt watching the Christmas Story, and I really enjoyed the sequel. So, but between that and also, man, Jim Carrey, the Grinch,
Oh yeah,
like,
yeah,
you can't. The Grinch has to come on at least once a day, and it does
yeah.
based on how they put it out there. But man, that man played
Both.
that role. He is
Oh, I rock
He
both
did.
the
like
Yeah,
live action and the
and the
animated
cartoon,
one.
yeah.
yeah.
Heck yeah, I rock
And I'm
both.
also a big fan of the Santa Clauses movie. I
Oh, heck
love the
Oh
yeah,
Santa
yeah,
Claus
yeah, yeah, for
too.
sure.
Was that the
yeah,
second one? No, not second one. The third one with Jack Frost.
Okay, yeah, yeah.
That's
yeah.
my favorite one. I love that Jack Frost character when he switched and make him Jack Frost and made him. I love it. But
Oh
So,
yeah.
but yeah, good holiday time. There's so many movies, like you said, so many movies
Yeah.
to watch. So it's definitely hard. Just don't watch that new Home Alone because it sucked. But
Oh,
that
I
new one
wouldn't
was
There's
watch
bad.
Why,
there's a
man.
new one.
The one they just recently
Exactly.
came out with the new
Exactly.
kid.
The fact that you
Yeah.
don't know, just stay in the
Because
dark.
no, if y'all talking about the one with the kid with the glasses,
Mhm.
oh, I ain't even watched that one.
Yeah. In the dark.
After the disappointment of 3, it was
You know that style of movie, like honestly, hasn't been surpassed. Like a trap movie, just in general. It doesn't have to be the scenario of a kid and burglars. In general, that trap movie hasn't been surpassed since Home Alone. Few have tried it afterwards, to recapture that trap situation being
Mhm.
the premise of a whole movie. No one has ever touched it.
Three
Yeah.
Ninjas.
Okay, well, come on. I mean, that was back then too, though.
That's what
Yeah,
I'm
yeah,
saying.
yeah,
Like
yeah, yeah.
when
I
you
mean,
was
come on.
like,
That's yeah,
but
yeah. That was back
again,
then too, though.
but
Yeah,
here's
yeah.
the thing. Like I said though, it's you now ever since like those two,
Yeah.
it hasn't because now I'm thinking in my brain. Because I was like at
No, you're
first
right.
I had
That's
to
my
think of
shit, bro. Trust me.
I had to think. You know what I'm saying?
Hmm.
You made me like hold on, let me register because he might be right. And I'm like, oh no, you had 3 ninjas, but
Hmm.
that was like 3 Macaulay Culkins. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
Like
yeah, yeah.
you know,
Hey, no, you're right,
but
though. That's my shit. You're right. You're
but
right.
the thing is that and it's funny because again, the first one's fire, the second one's even crazy fire. The
Exactly.
third one was disappointing.
Yeah.
You know what I'm
Yeah.
saying? In both these franchises,
Hmm.
which is bananas of the similarities. But yeah, yeah.
True.
Yeah. Yeah. Well, yeah. Yeah. Good movies. Good movies. Make sure you check them out. I'm pretty sure they'll be everywhere
Yeah,
as of
exactly.
yesterday.
Especially if you got cable, there's a channel playing these motherfuckers on repeat.
We got
Oh
25
yeah.
days of Christmas, 2 months of holiday, 35
Hmm.
days of like we got so many versions of it. You can find a holiday list anywhere. And also, I'm sorry, I wouldn't be a nerd, a fan if I didn't say this. One of my go-to holiday movies is one of the greatest franchises of all time, and that is Harry Potter. And every
Oh,
November 1st, I watch all 8 Harry Potters
okay.
and weekly. So I just had to put because Harry Potter is a holiday movie.
Respect.
Check the
Respect.
facts.
Yep,
So
it is. So,
She's
so
like,
it's
get it
I
Edward.
did.
right.
Look.
Get it right.
So it's
Get it
Except
right.
for
Edward
the first one,
Scissorhand.
which
Look.
was Sorcerer's Stone. That one came out I think in September originally, but all the rest of them were holiday movies.
It's
So,
Lethal
but
Weapon, Edward Scissorhand. There's a lot of Christmas movies.
Edward Scissorhands. Oh my
Yeah.
Die hard.
gosh.
Die Hard.
Oh, Die Hard.
There's a
Oh
lot of Christmas
man, there's
movies.
so many good Christmas movies that people really don't realize it's Christmas movies. Might have to do a show on that. But on to the agenda. That's such a good idea. Top 10 baking. Now that we know what makes everybody warm and cozy for the holiday, let's talk what's been giving us the chills. It's time to get in what we want to talk about. It Welcome to Dairy, episode 1 and 2. Episode 3 drops tonight at 9 p.m. Eastern, so we will not be talking about that.
And I will
But
be there.
I can't wait. I can't wait. I personally
we're
can't
all
wait.
like, yeah. Oh my God. So this season kicks off 27 years before The Loser Crew, set in 1962, Erie, Derry, Maine. We kick off meeting our main character, Maddie Clemens. And Maddie already kicks the show on high. As we traverse through this episode, we meet what we think is the Loser Crew or the Loser Club, but we are sadly mistaken by the end. If this was an anime, you would have understood.
Yeah,
5
man,
minutes.
crazy,
5 minutes.
crazy.
4 kids gone.
Uh, God.
Gone.
Jaw dropped, like stunned. I rewound it because I'm like, there's no way that just happened.
There's no way.
5 minutes. The last time I seen a kid get killed that quick was on Fate. What was it? Fate Zero or Fate Night, where the little demon dude he relaxed the kid. He's like, "Go ahead, it's okay, you can leave." and then as soon as he opened the door, a demon snatched him up. That was quick kid killing right there. Quick kid killing. But
That's how that's how you feel when Aaron got ate by that Titan.
I mean,
He was like, "I'm good. I got it."
it was one of those like, dang, did the main character get offed? But yeah, yo, they really had us thinking that this was like, the loser crew before the loser crew. You know what I'm saying?
And
Which
then
is
we
funny
lost.
because you're finding out that they are related in some factions, which is really deep. But
Dang.
5 minutes for kids. God dang.
Yeah, that was crazy to watch. I was getting to know the fucking kids. Like I was like, and it's like for it's tough in these situations in these movies. They're like, all right, well, let's see, is this gonna be the new crew? Because I always look. That's one of my favorite movie tropes is when somebody is presented as the main character and then they're killed off really early. There's this movie called
Yeah.
The Hunt that does it very well in the first like 30 minutes of the movie. And so I was still fucking shocked. Like even I was expecting something to happen. I was not expecting all of them to go out like that. When a little Jewish boy got, his was the first body got
Still.
thrown up against that glass. Yeah, I was like, fuck. Well, I was like, I paused. I was like, was that? Wait, is that? I was like, okay, they're really doing this. They're really fucking going there. And then they kept going.
It wasn't a bad dream. I thought somebody was
That's
gonna
what I
wake
thought.
up.
I thought it was
Oh,
gonna be a bad
so
dream.
yeah. Once they started getting actually like hurt, I knew it wasn't a bad dream. Because whose
And
dream would that have been?
it was well, they even tried to kind of play it. Remember, because in
Yeah,
episode 2, we get Lily who is
Yeah.
yeah,
recounting the thing, but she wakes up from a
yeah.
nightmare.
She
So
wakes
they
up
could
from
have
it. Yeah,
played it
yeah,
up like that.
yeah.
But I like that they didn't. I like that they yeah. So yeah, basically what we was talking about where we picked off was, we met Lily, we met Teddy, Phil, and little Susie. Oh, poor little Susie. But poor
Little
little
Susie.
and Ronnie, aka Veronica.
Right, that's right.
And yeah, like it the creators said they compared this, they were inspired by the Red Wedding
Wedding.
of Game
Yeah.
of Thrones, and Game of Thrones is one of those shows that is known for killing kids. I mean, they don't have any cut cards when it comes to that. So the gruesomeness, the grotesqueness of giving that level and then transitioning to episode 2 where the horror just became more solidified. Like my WTF moment is Ronnie reliving live birth. Like that was some crazy stuff. And for a child actor to be able to not only portray the horror that we needed to feel in that moment, the everything, the scene, the slum, how they created the sack, having her mother turn from she basically transformed from the bed, like she was a transformer. Like that was, and then you get its eyes, like the yellow eyes, and it was horrifying. It literally made me like be like, I don't know if I want to watch this anymore, man. I don't know what they got going on, like with
So
these kids.
yeah, they're pushing that boundary with me, who I'm not a squeamish person at all. I'm not
Mhm.
jumpy. I'm not squeamish. I'm not any of that stuff. They're pushing that boundary with me, and they're putting a lot of things together to do it. I don't know what their obsession with childbirth is. We've seen a whole lot of childbirth in each episode so far. But you said it best, which is something I definitely wanted to say today. Ronnie, as an actress, these kids are actually closing the gap with the adults as far as the level of pain they are able to show. I mean, it ain't easy. It ain't hard to probably get horrified on set with all the crazy shit they got going on. Granted, but she and even Lily, I mean, I think they have reached levels with their acting so far in the first 2 episodes of just showing how horrified they are in those moments. I mean, what's the difference between them and adult actors at this point? What's the reason they won't walk away with some nominations after this? The way it's as hard as they're going, and this it's all about fear.
Mhm.
It was good that they homed in with Ronnie and Lily and gave them their own, like you said, solidified the horror, gave them their own sequences in episode 2. One being the death of, Ronnie's mom, who she never got to meet. I mean, that was real,
It
and
was real.
that's what Pennywise does. He preys on your fear. And Lily's dad died in a pickle factory,
Oh
which,
my God, they won't just let that go.
yeah, they keep saying it because it's funny to say out loud. But like at the end of the day, look how they turn something like that into absolute horror. Something so silly like dying in a sentence like dying in a pickle factory, they turn into like absolute horror. Like they are really nailing the horror, and like you said, the kids displaying their emotions via acting, which is like on the highest level I've seen kids act recently, to be honest. Like it's really good.
Yes, 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 yes.
If
Skitty.
Fuck Them Kids was a show,
Yeah.
This would be it.
it's Welcome to Derry. Okay, it's just plain and simple. I said it since day one.
Man, it's crazy.
Day one. 4 kids under 5 minutes. That's bananas.
And like I
And
don't
I
even want to
know.
get to know anybody now.
Yeah, like you really, and speaking, while we get to know people, they introduce other characters in the dynamic, and we start to really see the real loser club kind of forming, right?
Yeah.
We meet Leroy Hanlon, right, and his son Will Hanlon, and we know from the future that Will is the dad to what's his son name? Matt. I got it. What's the son name in the loser clubs from that? Ugh, I posted it the other day in the group. Now I don't know the below name. I'm gonna look it up. But we meet the Hanlons, right? And we understand that Leroy Hanlon is a soldier. He's brought to Derry during the time right after Kennedy has won. The way the world sees African Americans is still a little bit shaky. But we learned that he based on what happened to him, he doesn't have fear. The part of his brain that controls fear is no longer there or very minimum. So they put him under this test to see if he can have what it takes to obtain the ultimate weapon by the United States against in the Cold War. What they don't know yet, they don't know it's Pennywise. They just know there's a weapon there that creates so much fear that they can use as a tactic, in their political game. So as we meet Leroy, how do you guys feel about the dynamic of the the lineage, the generational curses? Go ahead, bro.
Real quick,
Hmm.
to for future reference, to
Yeah.
remind me, just in case, whenever we do a show, and
Hmm.
especially if we had a show earlier before this one,
Hmm.
make sure you remind me to disconnect the connection and reconnect it, because the longer I'm connected to the same, I guess, IP address, the router eliminates speed. Well, it sets the priority different, meaning we were on this connected for so long, someone else in my house connected to something else, and it rerouted the priority from this device to the other. That's why the stream was so slow, because it sped up somebody else's machine. Just remind me to do that for next time. I'm sorry that I had to get technical on the pod, but my memory bad and I got so much other shit to do. But right now, you're only on Twitch. It's people talking in your Twitch, just in case if
Oh
you're not
man,
on
I
that.
gotta go look.
But
His
yeah.
name was Mike Hanlon.
Mike Hanlon. There you go.
Let me go.
And is somebody on here named Angry Man?
Anger man.
Not today.
Oh, you talking
Okay.
about Kyrie?
Oh yeah.
He's
Okay.
Who
known
said
for
that?
being very
It says
controversial
Sack
in anime
21,
groups.
Sack 211.
Sounds about right.
He don't like nothing,
Yeah,
so I'm
yeah.
surprised he
That
like this
sounds about
show.
right. Yeah. Hey,
All right,
listen.
my go ahead. Oh, hey,
Let
I'm
me
going
reinvent
back in the
myself.
background. Text me if you need me, Ebony.
Okay, got you. Angry man, that's hilarious. But okay, yeah. So Mike Hanlon. So we meet Mike Hanlon, right? So yeah, how you guys feel about the introduction of the generational curse? To know that Pennywise kind of been stalking these people for a
Yeah.
couple of generations.
Well, I want to see, that's the thing. And even though I'm not opposed to how they're telling the story,
Mhm.
I wish we would have got an earlier story. I mean, we're going to get
We're
that
going. I was about to
story.
say, yeah.
We're
Mhm.
going to
They're
get
definitely
it,
out
but
of
I
order.
wish we would have got that first and then got, the what happened, like, because I feel as though you said generational, so I'm thinking that their ancestors, like this, I guess the early settlers of Derry encountered it, because remember they're digging out cars
Yeah.
from the 30s, the early 90s. I'm wondering, what happened to cause that. And also, again, with the connection to, because remember, they're saying that this is connected to The Shining.
Shining. Yeah.
Mhm.
Um, this is connected to Dark Tower.
Mhm.
So I'm down with the journey, but like I said, I would have wanted to see the Circus Massacre.
Yeah.
That's what I wanted. I'm not going to lie. When they said "Welcome to Derry" before we got the actual what was going to be in, what time frame it was going to be and
Mhm.
how they were doing the time frames, I wanted to see the massacre. Well, what led up to the massacre before what's happening now in the show.
Yeah. So
Yeah.
interesting that, I mean, it has been confirmed that by HBO that season 2 and 3 will
Hmm.
be basically done. They kind of nailed it in the bag. And the prior seasons are going to go back. So we're going to go in reverse. We're going to go back
Yeah.
27 years. So season 2 will be the shootout between the brothers. And then
Hmm.
season 1 will be the massacre, the Easter massacre. So it's interesting to see
Yeah.
they're telling the story in reverse. And I think they want
Yeah.
to keep that chronologicalness because of how the It movie, the remake did, and even the original one did by being present day.
Hmm.
They kind of wanted to
Right.
give us reverse
Yeah.
chronological order to, kind of keep that, not to see they bounce around so much. But I get it, some of the
But the
stories
fact,
are a
yeah,
little bit
the
more,
fact that you want to see that is
yeah,
why they're saving it for
saving
like
it. They saving
Hmm.
it.
they know what they're doing. This is like,
Just
Right.
like
yeah,
Right.
we haven't seen Pennywise yet. The
yeah,
fact that we know one of the embodiments of Pennywise, because this isn't his actual form. This is something he chooses to look like.
right.
But the reason why
Right.
we
Right.
haven't seen the natural environment because they wanted to give us that build that they know we want to see Pennywise,
Yeah,
but
they're gonna. I think we'll get them right
mid season. I think
mid
mid
season
season
something.
maybe.
We'll see
I
them.
think
Yeah,
mid to end.
Yeah,
yeah.
Mid to
I don't think
end.
he's
we'll
gonna
get
be
them.
the next episode because they showed the preview for the
Because we
next episode and I ain't really see him.
They're doing so
and we
good with
see
this
we
show.
seen the eyes and the
Yeah, the
formation of
eyes,
like the
right.
Mhm,
face. You know what
mhm.
I'm
Which is
saying?
another
But like,
trope that some people really hate. Like they like seeing eyes light up in dark is like they really added everything to that one like birth scene. Like
for
they added
for
so many different horror elements at the same time.
I would say though, for me,
Claustrophobia,
when it came to the
drowning.
eye situation, it's that how the fact that Skarsgård can just make his eye just drift,
Yeah,
like
he's talented for that. Yeah, it's crazy.
that's crazy, yo. I'm waiting for that.
So we meet a couple more characters I wanted to ask you guys about.
Oh yeah.
You did mention The Shining, and we meet
Mhm.
Dick Halloran, who is from the
Yes.
original Shining.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yes.
So we meet a younger version of him, and it's interesting to see the universe meld so well, and we get that that hint at him, and he's there now. You
I think I
know,
heard the word shining and
Mhm.
they said it. I feel
Yeah,
like they said it at
basically
some
he
point.
has the shining,
Oh
like
yeah,
his
they
Yeah.
said yeah. I was like I
yes,
say,
his
I heard it.
abilities,
I was like,
yeah,
they
had
said the
give him
thing.
a
And then
um
Shawshank, that was
Yeah.
crazy.
and then we also meet the cleaver, the butcher Kirsch, who a lot of people has been speculating may be one of Pennywise active embodiments because in the future we meet his what people think maybe be his mom, some relative, the daughter of Pennywise or the clown that was Pennywise that he created this story in Derry. So do you guys think these two characters are related or do you think we're kind of reaching, he did say something weird like he likes seeing variety in Derry. That was something weird to say to a black person, but you know.
Yeah. But like everybody, that's my thing with that. Everybody's weird. Like, who isn't an embodiment of Pennywise at this point? Like, I don't
Right.
trust
In this town.
anybody in the town at all. Like, even the passerbys. Like, I just feel like everybody's got a hint of possession on them, or maybe they're just so used to the bullshit that they just sweep it under the rug and look at it like it's normal. Like the scene where the mom is stopping the boy from getting jumped, and everybody's looking at her like, "Why
And
would
she
you
asked the
stop?"
question, "Why is
Yeah,
nobody stopping this?" Which is a
and
question
like,
that we all
yeah,
ask.
yeah. And my thing is like they're just so either numb to it or just like maybe they're all like little baby embodiments, like except for the newcomers who come in until they are, you know. So
I mean, remember they you know what, and that's the thing. They've always mentioned something, even in the old It movie, that the town of Derry, the adults, they really, are oblivious.
Yeah,
You know what I'm saying? Which I feel as though that's why they're so susceptible. Am I saying that right?
susceptible. You
susceptible,
got it.
yeah,
Susceptible
yeah.
Susceptible.
to
Yeah.
being
Last
taken
syllable.
control of. to be to
Is that
being
what
taken control of. So it was like, oh, okay. I'm seeing that they're still following that footstep because even like y'all said, they boys will be boys. What do you mean, boy? They jumping this young man. Like they just let people jump people out for nothing. But
Yeah.
also how like for instance, in the market when the before she got to the pickle thing, and
They doing
the
the
dude that
they
was,
like
Yeah, he was.
you know what I'm saying, he was just creepy as hell. I'm like, oh, they picked the hell of a creepy Anglo-Saxon, I tell you. It's like,
there's no way she
man,
didn't feel that behind her. Like I didn't
he
understand.
was like,
At one point he was like right here, like at her neck.
yeah. And then
Oh,
the
snitching
lady that
Lily.
was pushing a cart, you know what I'm saying, was looking at her crazy too. It was wild, yo. It was wild.
Kids be the only people questioning stuff, and the black people. That's it.
Just from the comments, Jay said that they were on eKids and know what's happening. So basically, they already know what's kind of going on. It is said that one of the persons I heard earlier this week from a fellow show, I think it was Mercy Awesome. They said that it was kind of like Wanda and her hex. Like basically,
Yeah,
Darius it hex, and the
yeah,
fact that he creates this epicenter of fear and be able to keep the adults from not reacting, the kind of just turn that keeps the fear up and keeps
yeah.
him feeding even while in hibernation, which is why the kids are so cruel and no one kind of does anything. Like Derry will do what Derry do, right? In a
Right,
sense.
right.
And we see that throughout the development of the kids. I'm gonna go on to the next kid as we meet Margie and the
Pick Misha.
and the penny pockets, the the
Oh
the
man,
the, the
yeah.
Debbie Derrys, what they
Wait.
call
What do they call it? The petty, not the petty pockets. The
the
pit.
penny
Wait, the petty pocket.
What?
Wait, what do they
No,
call
I
it? The
think they're
penny.
called
The penny.
dang, what are they
Is it the penny
called?
pockets? I
No,
feel
it's
like it's.
not. I literally just
Wait,
called them that.
wait. It's the
The group
fucking
of girls with
the
the sweaters,
poly
the
the
poly, the pretty
the
polys.
the pretty polys, the pretty pocket
Oh, you
pennies.
saying Polly Pocket?
What are they called?
The poly pocket.
I call them the
No,
petty polys.
it's the petty polys. That's what they are. But what are they called? It's something similar to that though.
The patty cakes.
The
They call
patty.
the patty.
Oh
We just
man,
said
fuck them
Patty
anything,
patty
man.
pockets.
cakes.
We called them fucking anything just now. The patty pockets.
For real, we did.
Pretty something. Yeah, the patty cakes, bro.
Patty
The
cakes.
She
patty
was
cake.
like, Lily was
So
like,
we
fuck
meet
them patty cakes.
for real, like Snitch and Lily. I'm gonna keep calling it Snitch and Lily, but she, the patty cakes and Margie really goes all out to impress the patty cakes guys. Like she really tries, from her antics. And you see that there's something that kids kind of do. Even in this day and age, when you want to impress a certain people, you go out your way and you kind of sometimes get that mean girl, that Regina George technology going on. But, do you guys feel bad for Margie or you think
No,
she
I
kind of
hate
brought you
pick me.
around?
I hate pick me Marge. I'm waiting for a downfall, and it was suit and tie. Pick me Marge is really rubbing me the wrong way. Her redemption arc is gonna have to be very good. That's it.
Pick me
Pick me Marge. I got nothing for it.
and the petty cakes.
And the petty cakes.
Man,
That's
fuck
what we
them
gonna call
patty
them, the
cakes.
petty cakes. Okay, well, my next question is, now we see that Ronnie and Lily have a bit of a heated debate about what should be done when it comes to saving her father. As the police of Derry and the people of Derry are really trying to pin this violent murder on him, right? Whether it be because of his skin tone or because they need someone to pin on, who knows in Derry. But do you think that Lily snitched?
No,
No, you don't think she snitched?
Nah,
no,
Maybe
police,
she
man.
probably
The
between a
police,
rock
they
and a
use
hard
the.
place.
That's what the police
no.
do. They use
I
suggestive
don't.
language. Like
Yeah,
they know how to get enough words out of her to say that. Well, she said it, even
she
though she
doesn't know if
probably
he was
didn't.
there or not. Because
Yeah.
remember, he kept on issuing the question, "Are you sure you know he really wasn't there?"
Right.
And
Exactly.
I don't think she snitched. I just think that she didn't tell him the truth, but then told later, because then you see her getting taken off to the
Yeah.
crazy house.
Well, she can take
So
Because
off to the crazy house because she had that manic episode in the grocery store. That's
right,
why
and that's what
she
she was
yeah,
did.
scared of
Yeah.
happening. That's why she didn't want to
Anyway,
tell the truth because that's what was going to happen to her.
she
So
ended up
I
doing
honestly, yeah,
it
yeah,
anyway.
I ain't that
no.
mad at Lily. I know some people might be, but I ain't that mad at Lily. Like
Yeah, I don't think she snitched though.
you
I
are.
don't
Some
think she
people.
snitched.
I mean, what do you want her to do in that
I
era?
wanted
You want her
I
her.
to go
mean,
that
I
hard
wanted
for
her
a
to stand her
black
ground.
man? You want
I,
her to
I
go that hard for a
she
black man? You think she was gonna do that?
she wasn't going to do it. I know she wasn't
Exactly.
going to do it, but I wanted her to stand her ground. Like that's all I wanted her to do. If she's going to end up, she's doing crazy stuff anyway. They was going to put her there anyway, but I wanted her to at least try to,
You know how many
be like,
child murders
I
Derry
know.
probably buries?
And
Like
she
they
had no
have
adult
to.
there. They didn't care to have a
Right.
parent
That
there or nothing.
right.
Like
Nothing. Like poor thing. I feel bad for Lily. I
they
fuck
kept
with Lily.
saying, your dad in parts all over the town and pickle jar.
They was, man. Like
Like
that's
what?
crazy, bro.
That's hilarious. Oh my god. Okay, so let me look at the comments. Jay said, "Oh, back to the comment about the theory of fear." He was telling his wife and he's watching about the movies and the shows. A scared kid will agree to anything to get out of a tight situation. That's very true. You're right. And you see it from that perspective, she was scared and she, like you said, didn't want to go back to the crazy house, even though she ended that way at the end of the episode. But as we see in the preview, she is let out for episode 3 and we see the forming of the new club. We got Will, who's the nerd. He thought a stink bomb was the stardust of Jupiter. Um, we got
Adorable.
Ronnie, we got Lily, we got the band nerd. I forgot his name. I think his name is Adam, and then
Yeah.
possibly Margie, maybe our
He
new
had a
loser.
crush on Marge. I
Yeah.
don't know about his taste, but he seemed like a cool little kid.
He
Which
like this
means he's probably gonna get ripped into 6 pieces very brutally. So don't get used to it.
I hope not, man. I don't know. Well, you know what? There were a lot of kids, and it wasn't stopped until the recent. So
Mhm.
Yeah, it's not
we
gonna
we
look. It's
we
not
gonna see.
looking great.
I feel as though we definitely gonna see some
I feel
more
like the
kids get
crazy
murked.
house is a good option. It's a good out at this point. Like in Derry, like you either go to the crazy house for standing your ground, you either drink the Kool-Aid and become one of these zombies in the town, or you die.
Yeah, because leaving is not an option.
Leaving ain't it's not an
Maddie
option.
tried to leave. You see what
Yeah,
happened.
yeah, exactly.
Maddie tried to leave, and he got he
Didn't
got
work out.
mollywopped by a mutant baby. So that then grew 8 feet tall and ate all his friends. So don't leave Derry.
That was crazy.
Yeah, shit. Wow.
Oh man. Well, my final question for you guys before we move on is, what do you guys think will happen once the government find out that the weapons under Derry is Pennywise? How you think that's going to
Bro,
play
I
out?
don't know
They're
what
gonna
they
cover it up.
I don't know what they think they looking for, but they
They're
about
all
to
about
get
to
what the
die.
fuck. They about to
They're
get what
gonna
they
cover it.
asking for.
It's
They
gonna be
about
a
to get a
cover up.
weapon, all right. Like, what do
Cause
y'all
think,
think y'all are doing? Y'all
cause think
crazy.
about it. You don't hear nothing about it after that.
Yeah,
You don't hear nothing. So
you don't. Yeah,
I think it was a cover up. I think it was a honest cover up, or
Look,
or
and what do
or
they?
it
How
or
do they
it
think
did
this?
something. Oh, my bad, my bad. What was you
No,
about
you
to say?
good. I was just about to say, how do they think this is about to go? Because it's not. It's not about to go the way they think.
Or it did something to the memories of the adults.
Yeah.
yeah,
Because
yeah.
remember, like we're finding out that again, like with everybody, with all stuff being connected, we're finding out that it is a creature from the dark world, dark tower. So, and we know that creatures from the dark tower, their power, is fear based.
Mhm.
Hmm.
So, what I mean? Like that, that fear can control the mind, and it can traumatize people in wanting to forget. So, you know what I'm saying? It,
Unless
it's
you have
it's
a
it's
turtle.
it's levels. It's like levels now. Like,
And also neuroplasticity of children, their brains are less leaky buckets and more able to shape than
Mhm.
adults. So it makes sense that a lot of Pennywise's beef is with the kids.
Yeah, they
Cause
whole feel they have a better imagination, so their fear is
yeah.
typically better or greater. But that's also one of his greatest weaknesses is because
Hmm.
you are essentially giving the power to something that can literally shape reality once it knows it can. Right, and that's what we learned in the newer movie. Once the kids took control of the situation, they were able to find ways to defeat Pennywise. So it's definitely interesting. It's a great. It's interesting when we talked about different horror movie villains or horror villains, and how people kind of
mhm.
downgrade Pennywise because he's a clown. Typically, what we see him as a clown, but the entity that is Pennywise is like
Yeah.
is the embodiment of fear. Like he
Yeah.
literally is that. Like so it's the scariest thing you ever probably get. And I mean,
Infinite years old, but his ops is
it's
13.
turtle. It's turtle. Don't
Right.
don't let Franklin come out. Hey,
His
it's
ops,
Franklin.
bruh. His ops do not reflect his power scaling at
I know
all.
he get beat by snot nose
Crazy.
Brett on a Wednesday.
Right, get beat by a snot nosed brat, but could literally take out like your favorite superhero easy, like
Crazy.
crazy,
Craziness.
crazy.
Crazy work.
Someone, Jay asks, I want to know who chased Pennywise to Earth. Um, there's a lot of answers to that in the lore. The different and I can post a link in the Discord if you guys want to know that to not really dive into it. But you basically learn the battle he had. I can't remember getting the turtle name. It's like Matuka or something like that. I gotta Google the turtle name. But basically his battle with the turtle is why he fled to Earth. But I can drop the link because Bruce shared it with me earlier this week. It actually goes through all the strongest monsters in the Stephen King universe, and you actually get to the
Mm.
battle between Pennywise and the turtle as well. So I'll drop that link in the Discord for you guys this week if you want to dive into that. Because I'm in the deep dive. I done dived into the Stephen King universe, and I'm not coming out until I get all the answers.
Yeah, crazy,
Good
man.
luck. It probably smells crazy in there, but good luck.
It's crazy. It's crazy.
Okay, so while we are on the level of monsters, let's keep this conversation going as we dive into our next one, which is none other than Guillermo del Toro Frankenstein. After
Yo,
years in the dark, Guillermo del Toro Frankenstein is finally taking shape, and it's everything that we hope for:
yo,
gothic, tragic, and deeply human. The film stars Oscar Isaac as Dr. Frankenstein, Jacob Elderly as the creature or the monster, and Mia Goth as the mysterious Elizabeth, possibly doom role that ties the two men together. Let's talk deep dive reviews and WTF moment from none other than the possibly the king of romantic horror, Guillermo del Frankenstein. I mean, del Frankenstein, del Toro.
when he went after them shipmates,
Hey, bruh.
yo, he folded Bull with a left straight to the face.
Young, it was some really
Wow.
good. He had some like honestly, I haven't seen a like walk on the scene and go crazy scene like that since like Darth Vader
Oh,
at the end
wow.
of Rogue One when Darth Vader just walks in and just takes everybody out. I mean, his the way he came into onto that boat, I was like, first of all, the power scaling. This is creature, the creature. Yes, finally called what he should be, was extremely just creative with the way he was killing and ripping these people's jaws off and some of this
Bruh.
shit. I was like, okay, this is a movie I'm gonna have to sit down and pay attention to. As
Yeah,
soon as it came out, I was like, okay, I was like, all right, this is gonna be a real good iteration of the story of Frankenstein, the story of the
yeah.
creature, because that was a hell of a way to start off. And it
Bruh.
got better.
When you yo, I like I said, I've been through my memory banks. Sorry, and I've seen people get punched with a left straight, and they never get they get not they get a knockdown. You know what I'm saying? They get you know what I'm saying? This man folded Bull like he wow, and he went on his toes and folded backwards
Oh
from
my.
a left straight punch. Do you know how precise, fast, and serious you got to fold somebody? You got to make their brain reset and fold their
Keyword, bro.
body.
Keyword fast. So Frankenstein, like the creature is usually shown as this big, slow, strong, but methodically like slow creature. This is how he was supposed. This is how he was like written. And he was written as fast and strong.
Mm-hmm.
And so to see him like that was really good because it's usually fucking slow. They usually have him written bolts in his neck and he's slow and stuff
Mm-hmm.
like that. And I was thinking to myself, I was like, man, they keep fucking making Frankenstein movies, but man, when I thought about it, that last Frankenstein movie I saw with fucking Harry Potter and uh Professor Xavier, that shit was 10 years ago. Years are flying off the scale. Like years are
That and
flying
Penny
by.
Dreadful.
Yeah, Penny. Yeah, of
Mm-hmm.
course, Penny's on
Mhm.
shit. But
Yeah.
that was this was a really I wasn't expecting to like it. I really wasn't because I asked myself when it comes to things like remakes or things that have this many like people
Mm-hmm.
involved. Guillermo del Toro, you have multiple Oscar nominated actors in the movie. What's the point of this being made? Is it going to push the genre forward, or does it move the scale in any way? And it did. Guillermo del Toro's love letter to this story was really good. I was lucky enough to watch it side by side with someone who's read the novel, and they gushed over it pretty much the whole time. And as far as just the accuracies go, they said this is probably the best iteration of the novel they've seen,
Yeah.
and the closest iteration to the novel they've seen.
And I'm glad you pointed that out, because this isn't technically a remake. A lot of people
Right.
are saying that this is actually this, like you said, this is a Mary Shelley's Frankenstein, Mary Shelley Frankenstein, and Guillermo del Toro wanted to pay homage to the book and kind of keep it one for one. And like I said, the guy is king of romantic horror when it comes to monsters and horror and romantic, and he put it all together in this movie. From when you see things like Crimson Peak and things like that he's done in the past, to why there was some things that I may have not been the happiest with, but the story was so compelling that it kind of overlooked certain things. But I Skitty, you have something to say before I ask questions? I didn't want to overtalk you.
What you say?
You have something to say before I ask you guys questions?
No, I
Okay.
was actually kind of like in my head because I
Okay.
wanted to know because as far as I know, like Netflix with their like I guess the main monster horror,
Hmm.
they haven't like disappointed me because there was this Dracula series that was a one-shot Dracula series, and it was
Hmm.
fire. It was
Fire.
absolute heat. I'm talking the BBC John. You know what I'm
Yeah.
talking?
Yeah.
That
Yeah.
that was straight heat, and I'm like, hold on, they did Dracula. I was like, so now we got Frankenstein. Like, are we going to get the Mummy? Are we going to get Wolfman? Are we going
Yeah.
to get
Right.
Creature of the Black Lagoon? That's where my mind went, and I'm like, yo, let me see, let me check. So I'm sorry, that's what I was doing,
No, it's okay. Definitely, I
yo.
definitely understand. It's definitely, definitely Netflix has given a platform for uncut vision, right? They
Hmm.
didn't hold anything back. The It was enough gore, enough blood, enough. Dang, did he just really get folded like that, or when he ripped that man's face off just by going like that? Like,
Yeah.
it
And
was
that
enough.
wolf. Woo. The
But
wolf.
those wolves did not stand
Oh
a
Lord,
chance. That was the
bruh.
last time they ever walked in somebody's cottage.
He ripped that wolf. He
Last
like
time
ripped
I
the
seen a wolf
skin off
get
the
Peeled
wolf's
his back
head.
off.
Yeah, I was like,
last time
damn.
I seen a wolf get off like that was on Prey.
Yeah,
God.
pray. Yeah, that's what. Man,
Rip
that was
his
yeah, that was
cat back blue. Whatever Kevin Hart said, like it definitely was crazy. But I wanted to ask you guys. So a lot of people are saying that some people like Jake Ellerty as the creature, and some people think that maybe he was too pretty of a choice. Originally, Andrew Garfield was for the role, but had to back out due to scheduling issues. Do you think he embodied the creature just enough, or do you think it was just a little bit too attractive for Frankenstein
So
monsters?
one thing, since I did watch it with somebody who read the novel,
Hmm.
um, he was referred to in the novel multiple times as beautiful. And also, the one thing they did say though is that his skin had a more yellow tone. But if you look at the movie, certain under certain lights, he doesn't really look blue. And I don't know if that's if he looks more blue when he was in the cold, and
Hmm.
if he looked his skin looks some has some yellow tones to it when he was like in warmer settings or under light or well clothed. That's something I would have to rewatch to pay attention to. But I think it was all basically a perception because if you look at him, I mean, to some eyes, to a hating ass nigga, I'm sorry, to a hating ass dude, you're gonna be like, oh, well, he's ugly, his skin is blue, his face is carved up, woo woo woo. But if you're somebody like a woman who's attracted to, hey, if you like if you like him tall, here you go. You might find the beauty in him. So I think it's all about perception, and I think he was a good choice um to use uh based on that.
Yeah. What about you, Skitty?
I mean, I have to be backed with Kai. This is, straight out of Mary Shelley. So, with the exception of, skin tone, but I think that's kind of like, Guillermo del Toro's because he wants to every
He love a
person
blue
that
monster.
pays homage that that pays homage to someone else always wants to put their own twist
Spin
to it.
on it
And it's a
too.
blue
That's very
monster.
true. Yeah.
That
So,
light
you know,
blue of horror.
but I'm also like, you know what I mean? So are we going to set up for a bride type situation, you know what I'm saying?
Ah.
So that
Mm.
So one thing about the movie that that I guess the movie didn't display it as well. Like the creature really did towards the end of that movie, the creature was seeking death. Like the creature wanted to die more than anything. So
right, right.
they kind of in the movie they kind of showed it as the
Twisted a little bit.
creature, yeah, like
Hmm.
like
It was
creature
a
like,
twist.
hey, maybe living might be all right.
Yeah, if I had a companion.
I'm leaving the door open. Let's leave the door cracked a little bit type thing. But I mean,
And I think that was done by Guillermo only because of how we often, like you guys said earlier, how we have seen Frankenstein's story told.
yeah.
He always eventually the next option is for us to go into the bride. That's we
Mm.
kind of know that's the platform that's laid out. And because this was released, another Frankenstein like movie, The Bride, has been pushed out to 2026, which would star Kristen Bale
Yeah.
and Jake Gyllenhaal. But it's just like seeing this, man, it just was like it was good. It was just like such a great like on screen play to watch. That's why I feel like I
It
was watching
was.
something like a art show being performed in front of me. Like, and shout out
Mm-hmm.
to Jacob Elderly. I mean, I'm probably saying his name wrong, but seeing him in past and things like he was Jeremy and most known for Vampire Diaries is what he's most known for. But his mannerism as the monster, watching him move and his body like concave to the movements of understanding how to walk that childlike, kind of hunchback behavior. I thought that was beautiful
Yeah,
because even though
especially
he
when
wasn't
sorry.
bulky, I'm sorry, even though he wasn't bulky, he still moved like a monster. You
Mhm.
know, that
Yeah,
was the good
and
thing about it.
when he was trying
Yeah.
to understand himself, he was trying to understand anger in that basement when Victor was a great, wonderful piece of shit. This is the worst he's ever been portrayed, which is
Oh
great.
yeah.
Um,
Yeah.
when the creature was trying to understand like anger and what to do with his rage, and he bent the bar, because he could have grabbed Victor and ripped him apart, but he didn't truly understand violence. He hadn't been taught that yet, but he had his strength, so he screamed Victor's name and bent the bar and just slammed his hands on stuff. That was one of that scene for me was really like the best because he hadn't been taught how to use his anger against someone else, like for his own reasons and stuff like that. So it was really that dude did good, man. Like this is gonna win. This is gonna win some stuff, especially for makeup and set,
Hmm.
because that boat was real. That was a real boat. I think they constructed that boat.
Yeah, that boat was crazy.
Yeah,
That
like
poor boat.
Costumes. I mean, again, it was a big flex by Guillermo del Toro, just flexing his skills and what he's learned, and
And
probably
Oscar
even the
Wilde was
set.
really the monster. Like
Yeah.
that, that's the
I
Oscar
mean, that's a,
Wilde.
yeah.
The
He,
second half of the novel
he
is
played
just
it.
his story. Yeah.
Yeah, him like especially watching him abuse the Frankenstein monster. Watching him take what was done onto him to him, and he was literally authentically scared of him. Watching the monster flinch,
Yeah.
or like basically do what you see react to a animal or a child that's
Hmm.
scared of a parent that's abusing. To watch that him develop that monster characteristic, and eventually come to, I'm sorry, I'm sorry, we gonna let you just go, or but still watching him develop that monster in him. And then he just let old boy fall out the tower and didn't tell nobody, just put him up
Oh
in the
my
roof.
god.
Dog,
Bruh, that man,
dog.
when he picked him up in his brain,
All his brains fell. I was like, bro, he is dead.
I
He
was
I was
dead.
like,
like, that's a wrap.
he ain't gonna be in Rush Hour 3. God damn.
You stupid.
He was dead.
Ew. I'm telling you, man, that was a good movie. I was not expecting it to be just like
Yeah,
start to finish
yeah.
that good.
All right, final thoughts before we rate it.
Oh, I give it a solid 9 for real, for real.
I'm gonna say
Storytelling.
I'm tough on nines, bro.
Me too.
I'm gonna say 8.7. I'm gonna say 8.7. That was really good. As far as what more I
Might as
wanted,
well round off.
I mean, no, a nine is tough, bro. But as far as what more I would have wanted from it, I would just say maybe just less of a lot of the movie just felt like a flex. Like, hey, these are my famous friends. We're gonna make a movie. Look at these cool costumes. A lot of it just felt like, hey, I've been thinking about these costumes. I've been thinking about this long, like Victorian couch I've wanted to put in a set. So hey, let's make a. I just feel like the
Would you?
motivation for this movie was kind of just to show off. It ended up being a good movie, but I just feel like it's kind of a show off.
Mm.
I feel it. I get what you're saying. I get what you're saying. But would you probably would have gave it a higher rating if it was a show and it told more of a
So
story?
that was another thing I was gonna say. Like this honestly could have been compressed to a show. I
Or
don't
a
know that.
series.
Yeah, I don't know that that would have changed much for me. I know a lot of more things would have been fleshed out, but at the same time, it didn't need it. It didn't really need it. It didn't really need it. It didn't really need it. It
I
felt
can get
like it felt like a. I mean, it felt like I sat and binged the series. How long was that? Because I lost track of time because once it started the creature story, it felt like episode 2. So
Yeah,
I was just kind
right.
of,
Right.
I do. Yeah,
that's
I
a
feel you
good
on that.
question to ask because little stuff like that for me specifically makes a huge difference. I just don't think in this particular situation it would have felt like more of a show off, more of a flex than again, it was a love letter, but like at the same time, like did it push the genre forward? I honestly think it pushed things forward as far as what you can get out of a story that everybody already knows. You know what I'm saying? So,
Yeah,
Right.
but a nine, I can't say nine. That's all. And I love
I can
Oscar.
dig
That's
it.
my boy. But like,
I feel you. I feel you on that. I think. I mean, I gave it an 8.5, and I'm gonna give it an 8.5 only because, I think I'm be honest. At some point, it was a little boring. Like there was like moments of just like,
yeah,
kind of just like nothing was really, or it wasn't exciting enough to kind of, I could turn my head away at some moments, and then when something happened, I was like, oh, I missed that part. And not saying that it
Got
was
you.
a boring story told, but there were just moments of like flatness that I think that it could have done something different just to kind of catch the audience or keep the audience, like, kind of just trying to say it felt excited, like they were taking breaks, like
Mm.
acts. And it's different. I see they had like the title cards, like, okay, the monster, but there wasn't like enough act title cards to know that we were pacing this like a book. And that's sometimes what you get when you do, one for ones. A book has chapters, and the book kind of itemizes that for you, where a movie really can't. And I feel like maybe just a couple more title cards, a little bit more, transitions will probably have helped it. So 8.5 out of me. So the total rating wound up being 8.73. Let's call it 8.7 for the Frankenstein,
Frankenstein.
a
Frankenstein.
Guillermo del Toro. We literally just ended it, right? Well, maybe Jake or Elderly should consider a side hustle in the ring because leveling up to WWE. WWE most recent PLE has fans talking. Let's talk about myths, wins, and prediction from this week in WWE. As you know, on November 1st, we had Saturday Night Main Event, and we had four title matches, which is I think a first for the Saturday Night Main Event since the last one. And we finally get the announcement of what to expect for John Cena's now, last time is now 16-man tournament. So, guys, how
If
do
you
you
were in
feel?
the
Hmm?
Discord, you would have been able to join us for the conversation that we had during the event. But
I'm gonna do that next time.
just putting that
Yes,
out there, everyone.
yes,
I'm gonna do that next
yes.
time.
Make sure you Discord. We
I'm
tried.
in there. I'm in there.
But these are the matches for Saturday Night Main Event. So we had Cody Rhodes and Drew McIntyre. The winner was Cody Rhodes. We for the undisputed WWE champion. We had the women's championship, Jade Cargill versus Tiffany Tom Stratton. Winner Jade Cargill. We had the Intercontinental title triple threat with Dirty Dom, Mysterio, Rusev, and Penta. Winner is Dirty Dom. And then we had the World Heavyweight title, CM Punk versus Jay Uso. Winner CM Punk. So how you guys feel about those matches and Saturday Night Main Event in general?
Go ahead, you go first because I gotta put some ring attire on real
Okay.
quick before I.
Well, I would say that this is probably the best Saturday Night Main Event so far this year. I actually enjoyed this one. The last ones were kind of dry to me. I don't know if it's because it just wasn't enough. Like, when I think of a PLE, I think of like, action packed, jaw dropping. But this one's really good. I would say my favorite match of the night, the best match of the night, was the Intercontinental Championship match, triple threat between Dirty Dom, Rusev, and Penta. And I'm gonna say why. This match gave you everything you wanted for a PLE. It was entertaining. It had high flying moves. It had chairs. It had laugh moments, and it had Dom doing what he does best and being a superstar in the ring. And I really enjoyed that match. My man Dom got Rusev. He got when he rung the bell, and Rusev thought he had won by
Bruh,
yo.
I thought he had won. I thought he had won.
That was the worst thing you could ever do to a professional wrestler.
What's that? What's that? What we talking about?
When Dirty Dom
What
rung the
Dom rung the
timekeeper bell
bell.
on
Oh yeah,
Rusev.
yo, I'm gonna tell you like this. I don't know if I'm jumping in on somebody's conversation,
Okay.
but when Dominic Mysterio first broke away from, I can't stand Rey Mysterio. That's my thing. I don't like that guy. Ever since he left WCW, the WWE version of him, I just don't like it. But when his son broke away from him, I was a fan immediately. And I mean, and just to see that he's finally getting no more boos and more cheers, man, I love it. I love it. But once again, I just CM Punk, baby.
Stuff
Yeah, I
like
mean,
that.
it's clobbering
Oh,
time.
you one of
That's
those.
what we saying, man.
You one of those.
Yeah,
You
yeah,
see him.
yeah, yeah.
Well, you see what I got on today.
Oh, I mean,
Yeah,
me
you
and
see
her
what I
go
got
back to
on today.
AEW. You heard me. You heard me. Because she's
I
that
think it was
bitch.
I think it was a good event, especially for being a Saturday night main event. WWE main event PLEs have just been all missed for me for the most part. I love NXT PLEs though. I've attended 2 this year. That's a fun time for me. But this one really caught me off guard. Like you said, that triple threat was really good. I don't know how. I do not understand this Rusev thing, like why it's happening. But he is continuously able to put on these matches or be a part of these matches that have just happen to be good. I don't know how much he has to do with it, but at the end of the day, like he's delivering in these PLEs. He like, and I hate it, but it's happening.
Yeah.
Jade squashing Tiffany Stratton. Tiffany Stratton had been selling that knee or whatever, that calf or knee injury, so that this squash match would be available. And I'm perfectly fine with that. I'm perfectly fine with that because they should have kind of been doing this with Jade, like they had been having her squash like Chelsea at the beginning when she first came back and came in and stuff like that. The way they disrespected Jade at SummerSlam with that like 7.5 minute match, like yeah, I will watch Tiffany Stratton take a choke slam, two power bombs and a Jaded, and think nothing is wrong with it, because it isn't, because she's a powerhouse and she should be presented like a powerhouse. You know, they are letting Raquel do great powerhouse work on Raw. AEW has a couple of powerhouses they do really well at displaying like their strength. Megan Bayne being one of them. So yes, give Jade the respect she deserves as a powerhouse, and let her squash that little blonde bimbo. I don't care how long she had the belt. Get her out of there. CM Punk and Jey Uso.
Hold on, wait, before you go to
Was
CM Punk and Jey
oh
Uso,
sorry.
let's talk about Jade and why you on the Jade and Tiffany real quick. Let's talk about that match. So do you guys think Tiffany is really hurt? I mean, she
So
looked really
first,
hurt.
I mean, let me go over what I think about that match. First of all, I don't care if Tiffany Stratton is hurt or not. I mean, I'm ready to see. Well, to go over the match, I enjoyed the match. It could have been better for the fans out there that think Jade needs more work. Cool, understand it. It's a lot of people that need more work that we see. I mean, that are putting this the main light, the spotlight every week. And one of them is Jey Uso, but I'll return back to that later. Jade, I'm ready to see how they push her storyline, whatever storyline they create for. I know that the end game is Bianca. I mean, I know what that is, but now that they got Shorty, why can't I'm going dead on her name? The one who up with Big Girl. The one
Oh, Lash.
yeah,
Lash
Lash
Legend.
Legend.
Lash.
Lash,
She just
if
announced.
you know, Lash and Jade then had smoke, whether it's kayfabe or not, since Bianca and Jade were a tag team. Because when Lash was with her partner, what was her name? What was her tag team
Jakara
number?
Jade.
Yeah,
Jakara
yeah,
Jade. You talking about when she slapped the hell out of Jade?
yeah. So
I watch that clip all the time. She chopped that girl's jewels off of her body. That's one of Lash's things. Like Lash does chops. But when I tell you that chop exchange, I know exactly what you're talking about. That chop
yeah.
exchange was nasty. And then Jade
Then
got
you
in her
remember
feelings and
Jade
kicked her in the
getting mad.
leg.
Yeah.
She did her super kick, but it was to Lash's like thigh because she was mad.
Exactly. Yo, I'm glad you on here remember that, because like me and my wife talked about that at that time. It was like a year ago, maybe whatever it was.
Yeah, about a year ago.
But we remembered that. And now when they showed Lash Legend up with why can't I what's
Nia
this
Jax.
big girl name?
Nia Jax.
Nia Jax. I can never yeah, Nia Jax. I'm sorry. I would have remembered it any other time, but and what I'm trying to talk about right now, it just escaped me. But once I saw her come up with her, they have no story. They're just somehow a tag team.
Yeah,
I mean, out of
they don't
nowhere.
like Jade. They're one thing
But
in common. They hate Jade.
I also think because SmackDown is so trash and you need to insert some new blood in it, they're gonna start calling up everybody on NXT. Like I'm waiting for Soul Ruka to come up. I'm waiting for I think more women are going to come up to SmackDown than anything, because they need to build out their women division there. Because Raw, well, I mean, to wrap my side of things up, yes, I can't wait to see the storyline continue with Jade. Hopefully Triple H or whoever is back there writing don't screw it up. Now that they got AI writing stuff, hopefully they treat the black people better than the humans was treating it. So go ahead.
Well, okay. It was like a lot of different things to say on that. But okay, so Jade did her thing, right? She did her big one. She finally is getting this heel turn. I think the whole thing is very interesting because after Naomi announcing her pregnancy, we see the shift that that WWE has taken, and I'm glad they're putting it on Jade, because a lot of people, like you said, talk about her wrestling techniques. You know, she's sometimes known as the botch queen. You know, but giving her the ability to be that powerhouse and to come into this heel moment, I think is a good move for Jade, definitely. And
Who
I'm glad
called her the botch queen? Because if they going by that last match that Jade and Tiffany had, well, Jade, Tiffany, and Nia Jax had, Nia Jax and Tiffany screwed that match up.
They screwed that match up. They
So
sure did.
you know why not saying Jade is perfect.
Mhm.
Nobody is, especially in wrestling.
Yeah.
No one hits their moves perfectly all the time. And well, I ain't gonna go even further because I'm about to start some shit. I'm gonna chill out. Yo, they just get at Jade for reasons that we know why. The
Mhm.
internet wrestling community, IWC, doesn't like certain types of wrestlers.
Right.
I mean, so I mean, that's all it is. I just want to clear that
They've
box
they've
clean
done
up.
that spot on house shows recently. They did that on
Mhm.
the most recent live event that they
Mm.
did in the last month, where they did a triple threat with Tiffany, Nia, and Jade. That's why people knew that Tiffany and Nia were the ones that messed up the spot.
Mm.
That's how they knew, because they had done that same spot to
Thank
end
you.
matches
Oh, you can pull
at
it.
a previous
Maybe we should just gave it.
live event. So that had been
Mhm.
confirmed.
So I'm always gonna defend
Jade.
Jade, Bianca, all of them.
Storm.
But I've been defending Jade since AEW, arguing with these people on Twitter.
I can
So
imagine. Yeah,
I
I know.
mean, it is what it is.
It ain't easy, man. It ain't easy being a Jade
Right.
fan. But here we
You're
are.
all ready. But go
Well,
ahead,
let's
Andy.
get into let's get into the next probably my least favorite match of the
All right.
night. Cody Rhodes and Drew McIntyre.
Y'all go ahead. Y'all start off. I gotta go grab my octane real quick.
Okay. I don't know if I can keep seeing this match between Cody Rhodes and whoever else you guys put him up against. Just make it Homelander Cody already, WWE. We don't want to keep seeing this version of Cody.
I
That
don't
match
even
was
know if the
uneventful.
Homelander stuff would even
It's
work.
the
I don't
same.
even know if the heel turn stuff would even like the men's SmackDown division needs The Rock right now. or a full-time Roman Reigns. Y'all need a draw, because the whole teasing Cody to go heel thing, I think that should have happened after that match he had with KO, when he damn near broke that man's neck and threw him through that ladder. That match, Cody was really the heel of that match, the way he was beating that man's ass. And like, he finished that man off. Kevin's neck was still in the ladder. Cody's sitting there celebrating. Everybody's whoa! The refs are still getting this man's neck out of the ladder. And I think they missed an opportunity there if they really wanted to go heel with Cody, because now it would just feel like you're just doing it to save this reign, which is only boring because you know he's not going to lose to anybody except for Roman Reigns or whoever else. Because that Drew McIntyre, with the work he's put in the last year and a half, 2 years, he should be strapped up, bro. He should have been strapped up at some point. But no, there was no sense of urgency in this match. It's just to build Cody's inner will he go heel story.
Yeah, inner turmoil.
Yeah, that's all. That's all it was. And I guess that's okay for a Saturday night main event at the end of the day.
I mean, at least he put the title on the line. You know, everybody was complaining about him not having a title match. And he got a title match, and you know, he had all these unnecessary. They could have just did another last man standing match, or no, like they didn't have to do the no count out. You know, if it was more of a no DQ, it probably would have been a little bit more exciting. I was looking for maybe some retaliation. I wanted to see Cody put Drew head through the table, but you know, it just was kind of just like straightforward, and it just kind of seemed like to the board matches when it comes to Cody, and he's not. I love Cody Rhodes as the character, even the person he is. Like watching him do interviews like that, but he's just that poster boy thing he's doing is not working for this title. And either he needs to come up off it, or WWE, y'all need to do something else with it, because fans are tired of seeing kind of like the same thing kind of beaten down when it comes to Cody.
Can I say something about Cody real quick? Did y'all peep this? The episode of SmackDown, which I was going to stream, but I told you I hate SmackDown, so I didn't do it. When Cody came out there, well, earlier in the day, well, let me rewind a little bit. Have you guys heard that the last episode of SmackDown, not this one, is the lowest viewed SmackDown? It was like 990, something like that, viewers. Lowest is okay.
Since that
With your champion on of that show being Cody, and you getting that amount of view or that few views, you see it ain't working. Y'all, you just said it. Both of y'all just said something about it. But did y'all see when Cody came out? He did some shit that I guess he's trying to change the attitude of the fans towards him. I'm gonna watch SmackDown with you guys tonight. I'm gonna go in the audience. I'm like, man. Rain,
Not
you
working,
remember when we went to WrestleMania when it was in Philly? I think after the event, I talked to you and was like, yo, that whole shit, Cody got me feeling a certain way. I was happy with him finally doing that thing. And man, and he fulfilling that dream, all of that. I was like, cool. But these 2 years since that have been, for lack of a better term, I know I'm saying it a little too much, but I'm gonna end it today. 6-7. Mid like a mother. That's like we can't.
His best match was AJ Styles at Backlash, and that's probably because of the clap. That's because of
but
AJ
because of the
Styles. The crowd.
Shit.
But also
And-
like the two backbreakers AJ Styles did in that match were great too. But like, there's
real
been
quick,
a couple of matches.
I think he's going down the path he went with AEW when the fans started turning against him. And if they don't do something to save this title reign or his character, it's going to be just like AEW. That's why he's talking about retirement right now after the next contract, because he can see it written on. All right, go ahead.
Maybe a new gimmick. Maybe a new gimmick.
That's what I'm saying.
know.
Like they need. I mean, a lot of people are theorizing that the Jacob 5-2, obviously Jacob 5-2 getting injured for the storyline they gave us. We know why he left, but Jacob 5-2 getting injured. Him blaming Drew McIntyre, Drew McIntyre getting suspended, Cody being at certain places at a certain time is WWE way setting up our new character arc for Cody. But like you said, it really got to change. Like it's almost like we prefer seeing Cody chase the goal than actually have the goal, because when he's chasing it, he's on this different pathway that kind of buys his fans in. Like bro said, like at WrestleMania, you brought in because you knew for the last year he has thrown his whole full energy at Roman Reigns trying to get this title, and we finally see that come to fruition, and it's not happening anymore. And
That's tough to
shows.
follow too. That's also very tough to follow. That whole
OTC.
finish your story shit is a tough act to follow. So I mean, everybody's prisoner. Everybody's a prisoner of WrestleMania 40. Everyone still is a prisoner of WrestleMania 40 at this point.
And his story is finished. You feel me?
Well, the next match, or the final match of the night that we're going to talk about, is CM Punk versus main event, 4 letters, 1 word. Jay Uso.
Stop.
Match.
Let's do it like my man. Let's do it like my man. What he said? 4 letters, 1 word. Stop.
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 But this match definitely tore me apart. Watching CM Punk getting his title back, because it was his title all this time, versus Jay Uso, who was on his own character arc. So a lot of people were discussing about how this match had some botches of his own, and fans.
And one of them was from the Yeet Man,
was from Jay,
the main one.
But he caught an instant receipt right afterwards.
Yeah, exactly.
And that's but that's one of the reasons why receipts are important in wrestling. Like it's also one thing WWE does really well. Michael Cole does this well. Corey Graves does this well. They call out botches when they happen live, and they talk about them like they're normal. Like he didn't quite get all of that.
Make sure you get that man Wade Barrett his props too, because he do it a lot.
Wade Barrett, Wade Barrett does it too. Yeah. And I really do appreciate that, the commentary. I don't remember specifically if they said anything about this one, the botch that he's talking about, but that's one thing WWE really does good at or whatever. They don't try to like hide the botches. They talk about them.
Yeah, they were definitely talking about also the CM Punk love tap spear.
They did.
I mean,
did all of that.
That's cool.
He was like,
that's cool though. Like, I'm never going to be a CM Punk apologist. I'm not going to do that because CM Punk is old, and I even put in the Discord that it is my goat washed. But when we talk about Jay Uso, the dude has 3 moves, 3 or 4. How can you screw a spear, And the
Don't
spit in the hand.
some episode. Sometimes he'll do a Samoan drop. Sometimes he'll do a
Oh
little
yeah.
Samoan drop. Well,
You're right.
sometimes.
But
He
before
just
we continue this, I want to shout out CM Punk for being the first ever AEW and WWE champion at the same time. We have to, because he never gave
lost
up
the
the
title.
real world title. You know what I mean, after that match with him and Samoa Joe, and he went in the back after he choked out Jungle Boy, scared Tony Khan, beat Samoa Joe. I mean, he walked away from AEW forever, so he's still the champ over there. To go back to what you said, you I don't want to fuck it up. Your name's Khalil, right?
Kyrie.
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 Khalil.
Oh,
Yeah.
Kyrie Irving. That's how I'm gonna remember.
Yeah, there you go, Kyrie.
The spirit of Fox has continued through.
Yeah. You feel me? He's still around. So
So
well, yeah.
was
So
so
now you done fuck me. What's your name? Kyrie or Khalil? They just, Kyrie. There you go.
He was like,
Yo,
Khalil.
I'm gonna tell you, every time Skitty throws me off, yo, it's like I suppose wait till you see when he loses this bet. Y'all gonna want to see. It's a bet me and him got. He about I mean, that's gonna be his parting gift. But God damn it.
You forgot what
He
you
was
was about
talking
to
about
say.
CM Punk.
CM Punk. Jey Uso.
Y'all can continue, man.
All right, well, shout out to CM Punk for winning his title back. He had it longer than 4 minutes. He deserved it.
It's good that he gets a reign. It's good that he gets a reign.
Let him get
Because
it.
I do think he
I got what I was gonna say. My bad.
Got it. Go for it.
Kyrie, when you asked, did they mention anything about that neck breaker? That's what made me say Wade Barrett or whoever was on. It might not have been Wade. It might have been Corey. He said, "Oh, he didn't get it all the way, and he's going to do it again." And that's when he did the second one. I remember that.
That's why I like that. I like that spot. Like they cleaned it up, and also CM Punk gave him a very visible receipt, which he might have apologized for later, but it was for us. It was for the crowd to see. Like it was layers to the thinking that, and that's how you know CM Punk is a veteran. You know what I'm saying? He's like, okay, how can I save this? Let me give him a real receipt and go back and do it again, or whatever. And we know what receipts are as watching, so. I just feel like in that moment, like he's in those moments, he's a very smart wrestler. And I think that kind of goes underrated because I'm not a CM Punk fan at all. I hate him. I think he's old and washed.
Oh no.
But I admit like when that happened, I was like, damn, that's a real smart veteran in the ring making the best of it.
But I'm not even mad because you see that all the time on Twitter. I'm bulletproof to people talking about CM
Right.
Punk.
I mean, you should be. Yeah, it's I mean, but that's what wrestling does. Like Mox just had the belt for like, God, how long did Mox have the belt in AEW?
Them damn Death Riders, I'm so tired of them, dude.
Death Riders. But like that's what wrestling is. That's what wrestling does. And I'm happy to see CM Punk with the belt. I was actually I love the pop and the shock that we got when Seth cashed in. I was hurt. I was hurt like CM Punk fans were when he lived that time though.
Because he really sold that moment. It was tears,
bro. Yes, I mean it was real.
And
Like,
you were like,
real. I was like, man, he's finally getting his. And
so that's how y'all know wrestling.
Yeah, I'm not happy Seth is hurt. But I'm happy CM Punk gets his moment because it was going to be now or it might have been dragged out to WrestleMania, honestly, which might have been bigger for him, bigger for everybody actually. But I'm glad that it's happening because with injuries, you don't know. You aren't guaranteed to be at WrestleMania, and I'm not saying that because he's old. Just anybody. Look at the way injuries and stuff are going these days. So I'm glad it's not something that they were like, all right, we're going to plan this for Mania 42. You're going to beat Seth Rollins for the belt, CM Punk, or you're going to have your moment. And then he has to fucking not wrestle from now until then, other than the Elimination Chamber that he would have probably won or whatever. So I'm glad he gets his moment because the way injuries are happening these days, you just don't know. And some people might never get that moment. So I'm glad he got his.
And all I know is gonna lose the title to Logan Paul. So
I know who he's going to lose the title to. Well, I think I know who he's going to lose the title to, but I'm gonna get to that in a minute. Back to the cash-in thing. That's why I know wrestling is such a great thing, a great avenue of storytelling, because when Seth Rollins cashed in, I wasn't even mad. I was like, oh, that's what I would have did. I mean, he faked the hurt shit. He faked that, but soon as my biggest enemy won the title, I'd have been there. Or I'd have sent Braun Breaker down there to do something. I was cool with that. Because now that CM Punk has the title, I'm ready for him to get it up off of him. And I know who is going to do that. It's Braun Breaker to me. That dude, he's the next face of at least Raw. I mean, because you got beasts with him, Roman, him, Jay, if Jay stays in the upper card, which he should go back down to starting the show like he did at WrestleMania or whatever that was. What wasn't that WrestleMania that Jay Uso started the show?
Yeah, when he started. No,
That's
not
just
WrestleMania.
it
Was
was.
it WrestleMania?
It wasn't the
Yeah.
WrestleMania 40 is when he faced his brother.
Yeah.
WrestleMania
Okay.
41 is when he fought
41.
Yeah, because he was the first
Gunther.
match of night one, and it was
Yeah,
a title
Gunther.
match against Gunther, and everybody was wondering why, and he ended up beating Gunther with the top.
And that shows you what they really think about him. I mean, he has a catchphrase which his brother created, Jimmy. He
What is my
has
name?
a song that's, man, whatever, bro. Anyway, let me get back. Yeah, CM Punk, I'm happy he got the belt, but I think he's a transitional champion. At this point, how long is he going to have the belt? I was kind of upset when, well, I said I was happy or I understood it when Seth won the belt, but I was upset when you think of the story because Seth was supposed to constantly build that belt up. I mean, if he didn't get injured, for real, he would have held on to the title. The whole story with the Vision would have been pushed back.
Out further.
I mean,
Yeah, the double cross would
because
have been
At
later.
least 6 months.
the rumor was Austin Theory was supposed to join the Vision. And I mean, and that still might be open for Survivor Series because the rumor is Survivor Series is Team Punk, which is Jimmy J, Roman, and it was somebody else versus the Vision, which will be Braun Breaker, Bronson Reed, Logan Paul, Brock Lesnar, and Austin Theory was supposed to come back.
Yeah, I think Austin Theory's still hurt. But I heard those rumors too
that neck
because
got broke.
yeah, I heard those rumors too. That they always originally wanted him to be a part of it. But yeah, like they gotta pivot. Like pivoting can't be easy, y'all. Like I do give them some grace when it comes to these injuries and stuff like that. But Braun Breaker was always gonna be the face of Netflix Raw. Netflix actually made that a requirement as a part of their deal that you propel Braun Breaker. Yeah, there's articles about that and everything. They want Braun Breaker as a face of face of Raw.
You can see it. You can see that Braun Breaker, like, man, he just got
I like him. I like him, and I think he's well-rounded. There's just something fucking missing.
Yeah, it's just like it's like he don't got too many marbles up there in the playhouse.
But he does. His Steiner math promo was really good.
Just his the way he, not to cut you off, but just like the way he is as a leader. He doesn't really sell the leader quality to me, and it's not a problem. Maybe he will be built up to it. Like when you have Seth Rollins, like the reason why it works is because Seth gave you that leader, like he can run like up through people. Braun Breaker seems like, I don't know if he just want to be individualized, which is fine. He don't need the other Bronson reattached to him. If they just did him and Paul Heyman, I would have been good. But it's just something about him doesn't really feel established enough where he's building to the championship, but right now it just doesn't seem established enough.
So what I'm asking is, you say you don't see him as a leader.
Yeah.
Do you think? Is there anywhere in your mind? Do you think if he win the title, he's not turning on Bronson Reed?
Yeah, I definitely think that's going to happen.
So he don't have to be a leader. It's going to be Paul Heyman that's going to be like him and Brock Lesnar.
But I think also that's the problem with wrestling. We don't the thing like. Braun Breaker's not ready to be a leader. It's probably because he's young, and we look at it like leaders are older and more mature and veterans, and that's the fucking problem with wrestling. But I agree with you. I just wish that wasn't the case. I wish I didn't feel that way because I do feel that the young people lack that type of leadership. I feel like AEW is trying with Kyle Fletcher, and it's actually working a little bit over there with him. But like WWE has a problem with making young people, like even when they put them in that position, like Tiffany Stratton, because she came out the same time as pretty much Braun Breaker did. She was put in that position, and people was like, there's something missing. Like she's not as, when she's not chasing, it's not as fun, or when she's not being sunned, it's not as fun. And like, I don't think Braun Breaker is ready. I just hope it's not. I hope there's something I'm missing other than the fact that it's his age. Because if that's the case, we're gonna be putting 55-year-old men over for the eternity.
And the thing is,
tired of it.
I don't want to say either one of you are wrong, especially, I mean, you're not wrong, but everybody is entitled to feel the way they feel. But when you say stuff like this, my thing is, we're going to let history tell the story. And they've had young people before that just didn't seem like they were ready to be the champion, become the champion. Number one, John Cena. Like when John
it's
Cena
not saying that he's not ready to be the champion. It's just that he's just not right now. He's not there. I think by WrestleMania, he'll be ready. Like if they take the Brock Lesnar approach,
you can't change. I'm thinking you talking about years.
No, I'm talking about the next couple of months. Yeah.
I had one last thing. There is I'm gonna find it and I'm gonna put it in the Discord because it's out there. I just got to look it up. There was a paper going around that showed the average age of wrestlers during the Attitude Era or some shit. It was like it was something mid-20s, maybe early 30s, something like that. And they show the average age of the superstars now. That shit like 40. I mean, you got to give the young people
a chance.
They gave The Rock, even though Stone Cold wasn't too young, but they gave Hunter Hearst Helmsley, who was bowing. Even though he came from WCW, but y'all get what I'm saying. It's time. If you get stuck on pushing these old dudes and these people that keep returning that's old, you're not giving any time to your young guys. Like you said about AEW, they're doing it. They just don't make storylines. They just get in the ring and wrestle.
Right. but that's why you're right saying that you think Braun Breaker is going to be the one to dethrone Punk, because Punk is aware of that. You know what I'm saying? But he wants to get his too, but he has no issue putting over the next generation. And I think that is ultimately what he's going to do.
Now, speaking of next generation, so we can wrap up this level, as you know, one of the big announcements of Saturday Night Main Event is we finally got the answer what everybody was waiting for. Who is John Cena's last match? And John Cena decided that he wanted his last match to be chosen by a 16-man last time is now tournament. So we have our first picks as a Raw and SmackDown. We have Rusev versus Damian Priest. We have Sheamus versus Shiniki Nakamura. And then we have The Miz versus Jey Uso. And LA Knight versus...
Ain't no way you're gonna let that go and try to do the Ghost of Fox.
Shinsuke.
Oh, I'm sorry. Shinsuke Nakamura.
The Ghost of Fox. Make sure y'all say that too.
Well, I said his last name right, Nakamura. So, but The Miz versus Jey Uso and LA Knight versus a surprise match. So, how do you guys feel about this?
It's gonna be Joe Hendry.
That's what somebody said in Discord.
It's gonna be
Reggie?
Joe Hendry. He said that, yeah, right. It's gonna be Trick Williams. I swear to God, like y'all ain't doing nothing special. I thought we were gonna get different people. Like I did think they would break some fourth walls.
Well, this is only the first 8. We still got 8 more. So.
True. I am expecting. He really does like Rusev. He did Rusev's little submission hold during his match against AJ Styles too. John Cena really likes that motherfucker. People really like this guy? Why is he here? Why did he get signed? Why are we doing this? Like, why are we pushing Rusev? Why does he have more screen time than Sheamus right now?
Because they want to make it Rusev Day again. Rusev
but why isn't Sheamus in the Intercontinental picture? Like, why is Rusev? I feel like Rusev really took Sheamus's like Raw TV time. Like, I'm really upset for so many reasons when it comes to Rusev. Why is he here? I mean, I just don't understand, bro. Like, he shouldn't be in this tournament. I mean, I get it. Didn't he beef with John Cena for like the U.S. title or something like that? Like, come the fuck on, Like,
I mean, this
I
is the
get
way
it.
of them
Y'all
giving,
were both on Divas. I watched Divas. I love the show. I just don't understand.
they're trying to give options to new faces, because you have NXT also supposed to be some, who they ever they pick,
I
but
like the idea of it. I just don't. I just don't like. I just don't. I just don't understand why any of these people in
I
particular.
just wish they just pick it. Like they already know who's gonna win,
Like,
but
why is Damian Priest
obviously
in
we
this?
gotta
Like,
drag it out. Like, I said this earlier in the Discord. I think they just don't want to be held accountable if whoever they pick is not what everybody wants. Everybody has been screaming Edge. Everybody has been screaming things like Jericho. Everybody's been screaming things like Dirty Dom. People, The Rock.
Edge's contract isn't up till next year. Jericho's a possibility. That's it.
Yeah,
But like
so
The Rock said,
Rock
shit, I
wants
want
to
to be his
do it.
last.
Yeah,
Rock
he
said,
like
I want to
make
be his last
me
performance. What the fuck you think this is? Like,
put me back in the ring, coach.
The Rock needs to come save this company is what he needs to do. Like, honestly, you just got to pop up like once a month, bro. Do one
And,
promo.
all right,
a month.
I'm gonna put this out
Y'all
there.
see movies y'all wanna do?
Once y'all start talking about The Rock and saving this company, this is where I leave the show. Just text me when y'all ready.
no, you're
I
right. But
can't.
you know what I mean. Ratings.
That
Sorry.
dude, no, The Rock.
Ratings.
Excuse my
I meant
language.
ratings.
We on.
Oh.
I can edit this out. The Rock fucked up the whole John Cena run this year because he
His
wanted
last
him to
three
turn.
The Rock's last 3 appearances were useless.
Exactly. He fucked that whole thing up, and then they had to come back and be like, "Well, I'm not a bad guy no more. Yeah, I'm good," because he said he made a promise to them, a commitment that he was going to do this, that, and the other, and then was like, "They don't need me." Man, go ahead. All right, y'all. I know y'all about to go into anime. So
And then Travis Scott getting kicked out of WWE didn't.
I bet you that whole Travis Scott shit was a
make
part
everything
of the
Rock
whole
did.
Rock shit. All 3 of them was supposed to be a faction. Yo, come on. I hate this shit. But go ahead. I'm out of here.
All right. Well, we're going to wrap it up for the WWE level. We'll keep you guys informed as we go through John Cena's last time is now tournament and see ultimately who his last match is. Hopefully, WWE doesn't waste a lot of money. But
yeah, I'll probably be there because I'm gonna hawk tickets like close to that day. Like if you just keep scouting out tickets, like somebody's gonna get desperate, and that shit is like 3 blocks down the street from my house. So
yeah, they're definitely
going to that man. I'm going
definitely,
to that event.
definitely. I will be there. My fiance's birthday is that day, so that's one of his birthday present. He decided he wanted to go, so we will be there. Hopefully, I get to see Jay Uso, but and eat. That's what I vote for. I don't even care about John Cena, but anyway, moving on to our last and final level of the day. Well, while we're talking about, oh, sorry, that's not right. while fighting does, and while we're on the fighting subject, let's get into this week's battles in the anime level. First up is My Hero Academia Season 8. My Hero Academia Season 8, Episode 165, Wrench It Open, Ezekiel Midoriya, has finally aired. And we are in the final battle of the final season of My Hero Academia. As we approach what we all know to be the end, we get into Shigaraki versus Midoriya and One for All. How you guys feel about the last 2 episodes? Because they kind of go hand in hand. And WTF moments and hot takes.
Well, I mean, this is the ultimate hug your enemy anime. So for it to be going the way it's going as far as the previews for next week and being ending it off with a mental battle instead of a physical one after giving us a nice amount of physical action with the rest of the season. It's pretty on brand and pretty suiting and pretty, I expect it. It is my least favorite trope in anime. Stop a fight for a backstory or stop a fight for feel bad for your enemy type of things. But this is the end. You just gotta something you gotta put up with in anime, and this is the number 1 anime to do it. So it was pretty good. Visually, I guess MHA has kind of taken a back seat to some of the more like beautiful animes that we see these days. So I feel like it used to look a lot better than what it does now. But you know, Midoriya being Midoriya, doing Midoriya things.
Deku doing Deku things.
That's it.
You
Like
just
that's just
gotta
what it
save.
is.
You just
He
gotta
just gotta
save a
save
hoe.
everybody. Who he
You just
is,
gotta
man.
save a
The
hoe.
crying child, you know,
I
the
know,
childless
God.
pride. You know?
Hold on one second. Somebody's at my door.
Okay, yeah. Oh, we're back.
There we go. There goes all on there,
What
buddy.
happened? Internet. Oh man, we got dropped.
Mm.
We was gone. Now
But
we
we
was
back
there.
up. We're
Okay,
back
we
up.
back up.
We're back up.
Okay,
Yeah.
good. Okay, I had to wait to make sure. But basically, yeah, so we get a take down memory lane with Midoriya's greatest hits and Shigarashi trauma as they parallel in this ultimate battle. So I'm not gonna lie, right? Midoriya was it was enough hands in the world to block Shigarashi from that final Denver smash. Midoriya had to put all his attention to cave that man chest in. And I mean it ultimately kind of failed, but this I think is for them to have this constant stalemate battle for the last few episodes, it was definitely exciting finally getting Midoriya throwing his punches, right? So I gotta ask you guys a question. If Midoriya didn't push to save Shigarashi, would this fight be over sooner?
Yeah.
Yeah, because he would have lost. I mean, the way
Uh,
they set this up. Look, I read
what?
this all the way up until this, and I stopped reading about. I'd say like right before like this fight started. So all this
Mhm.
is new to me. Um, but for his only weakness to be like like it's just such fucking bullshit. His only weakness to be like to be saved or to get through that emotional crack that he has. I mean, how else was he gonna do it? Midoriya's body's got to be
Mhm.
like about to turn to peanut butter at this point.
Yeah, we can hear you
Now I can
now.
hear you.
I can hear you.
Yeah, I'm still I was writing. I'm still writing it because I ain't gonna forgot. I
He was
forgot.
like, I don't know, man. I don't know if I don't know. I don't know if Midoriya. I think
You
Midoriya.
can't hear me?
I can hear. Can you hear me?
I can hear you.
Now Shiggy. I mean Shiggy. Now
Yeah, they
Skitty.
bla-
Can
they
y'all
both froze.
They both froze. Skitty is blocked now. But I mean, I don't know. I disagree with you, Kyrie. I don't know if I think Midoriya would have been able to beat Shigarashi if
I blow would have gotten blocked by some
oh yeah,
bullshit
definitely.
Shigaraki got going on, man. Like,
Yeah, that more that final blow. Remember, he had just took the danger sense. He has just taken other things from him. So yeah, at that point, he was probably too weak to sustain the battle. But earlier on, because Deku's whole thing is about saving anybody he can save, he had ample opportunity to win this battle, and
I
he
mean,
he
yeah,
chose kind of chose
I
not to.
just
Even when they
feel
separated,
like
when
it
him and
wouldn't.
All for One separated, and Shigaraki was at his weakest, it could have been over then. Deku had him. But again, because of his
But
emotional
that's
connection to
not
his
who he
people,
is. Like,
exactly.
I
That's
don't
why
even
I
know.
asked, do you think if he didn't
But I
have
don't
that,
know.
he would have ended?
I still think Shigaraki just would have pulled something at the last second. That motherfucker just resilient, man. He's
Mm.
annoying. Like, I honestly think this whole mental crack was the only way y'all was gonna beat this man anyway. And honestly, Midoriya's been working on that shit with him. Like, he's been trying to tap into like what's really wrong with him all of this time anyway. So it was a slow burn. It wasn't just like something that just like, here are two people fighting. Because if somebody with Midoriya's same strength went up against Shigaraki, it wouldn't be the same fight because they don't have that history that Midoriya and Shigaraki now have. What season is this technically?
This
7,
is the
8?
eighth.
Yeah,
Oh, eight?
they've been
Yeah.
together a lot. That man, like this has
This
gone
has been a
through
long fight,
the
a long
ringer.
time
It's been
coming. Yeah.
it's been a long time coming for them.
And he's lost multiple times against Shigaraki. I
Yeah,
mean,
I'm glad I didn't finish. Like, I let it, because usually I just go read it and finish it off. I'm glad I
yeah,
waited with this
because
one
he's the
because I'm
loser of the
actually
story.
getting to see the end of it.
Midoriya is he's the loser. He
The
lost.
loser, the
He's the
real loser is
loser of.
All
He's
Might.
the
Listen,
real loser.
I've been waiting for All Might to die since episode 2, season 1.
Yo,
I don't know why All Might's still kicking, man. That man still
he has one foot in the door and one foot out.
one.
How
That man
how
had
you
one
there
foot.
and you also in Midoriya's once
Right,
for all
that
room?
man.
How?
I feel like he
He's
done had more than a foot in the door for a long
he's the
time.
face of superheroes,
At the
yo.
end, he was
There he
crawling.
is.
He was like, "I'm coming, Midoriya. He crawling, no blood. All the what you gonna do, All Might? What is you gonna do?
Fucking All Might.
He's the face. You know what I'm saying?
He
The
is the
face
face.
of superheroes.
He
He
is.
inspired
Fucking sick.
generations upon
Yeah.
generation.
My next
All
question for you guys is: this season has kept the emotional level up here since episode 1 has dropped. Does this improve the final season or does it hold it back?
Everything's improved it. I next week looks like it's about to be even crazier as far as emotions go. I'm not. I wasn't. This is My Hero Academia. This is the last season. You have to expect they're gonna cry beat the whole time. Like,
Yeah,
that's what this
they
show
like to
is.
cry. They're
That
very
is
They're
what
healthy.
gonna
this
pull it. They're
show
gonna pull
is.
Naruto Shippuden.
Oh man,
They're gonna pull a Naruto
don't do it.
Shippuden.
Poor Midoriya, poor Deku.
Hence, big three for big three.
Big 3, yeah.
Poor Deku,
Big
man.
three for
He just
big
gets the
three.
worst end of the stick. But okay, my final question for Meyer. Just thinking about what happens to Deku, like he really just, man, poor Deku. But I'm not gonna spoil it for you guys. But um, based on what we see the last couple of episodes, do you think Shigaraki now can go down as one of the greatest villains in anime?
Yeah,
Yeah, definitely.
yeah.
I mean, there are very few people who are like come off as just menacing and scary as he does. First of all, visually, I mean, his backstory is what we're about to even find out even more next week. I mean,
Mhm.
it's he's a villain. Like,
Yeah.
he's a villain through and through, and he's also one that's like, I don't I don't feel bad with him. I don't feel bad for him, but I get it. You know what I'm saying? Like, I get it. Shit.
And he became the embodiment, the embodiment of his power, ruin.
Yeah.
Like
Yeah, that's exactly, like,
he
that's crazy. Like,
became
yeah, I definitely think he
what
does.
his power is, and that's
Mm-hmm.
craziness. So
Yeah.
yeah, he's definitely one of the greats.
And it's interesting to see a anime pay, and not to say it's not uncommon for animes, but pay so close to a character's arc of a villain. To watch him go
Yeah.
from season 1 to now, and watch him grow exponentially, and arguably he probably grew the most out of anybody in the show. To watch him
I mean,
level up and take his power to that level, and then even him surpass All for One, because he basically did. I mean, he didn't
his
really need.
will
Yeah.
was that's what I was
Yeah.
just about to say. His
Like,
will. his will alone was stopping All for One from taking over. So
Hmm.
like that right there.
And that just goes to show
Okay.
you, because we thought All for One was the villain of the story, but we see what happened. Bakugo made quick work of him last week, so we see what really happens, and I definitely agree with you guys. I think that Shigaraki, yeah, hands down, one of the greatest animated villains. Not saying the, but one of the greatest
Yeah.
anime villains to exist, and you know. Again, shout out to My Hero Academia for coming through with a final season. It's so good. I feel it's almost excited as watching the villain arc. That's how I feel about this season, because I love the villain arc. So, you know, but yeah, any other questions or concerns or thoughts about My Hero Academia? All right, moving on. So while we're speaking about emotionally scarring battles, let's dive into
Yes.
our next anime. Me, prematurely ended this acclaimed anime, Gachi Akuda or Gachi Ataka, however you decide you want to say it. But it's
Gotcha,
pre-slotted for
gotcha.
it's pre-slotted for 24 episodes, and our most recent episode 17, which is called Memories of a
Woo.
Mediocrity. Now, this episode this episode hits deep and dark. Memories of a Mediocrity gives us a powerful look in Zanka's past, where while a present battle with Jabba gets more twisted by the minute. We open with
Hmm.
where we left off. Zanka is down, poisoned, and trapped in hallucination as Jabba lives in his suffering. We get taken to a dream backstory of Zanka and find out exactly how he became to be the giver that we all know. So let's talk about WTF moments, deep dives, and what the fuck happened in Gotcha
I'm,
Kuda.
That
I'm
girl whooped his ass in the past, yo.
Higher.
She put him on his ass, and I was like, damn, and then he was so mad that douche, douche. I'm like, oh, come on, dog.
She
Come
put
on. It's not
everybody on
that
their ass.
Everybody.
for real.
Everybody had
For
the
real.
car on their neck.
It was like
One thing I hate in anime is a fight stopping to go to a backstory. One thing this show does is completely flip that on its head for me, because the backstories on this show are fucking better than the fight that's going on. It's really good. The really way they do this stuff, and it's even better that this show's theme is like trash, because they are fucking getting it out the mud. These characters are like, I straight up hate a fight to stop for you to tell me something about the origin of this story. But I mean, I don't know. I think I watched that episode like twice. It was just crazy. It was just crazy to watch. In general, like this character, like he has such the punchable Zenka. Is his name Zenka? He has such a
Zonka.
like punchable face, like his stupid eyebrows, like his stupid bangs or whatever. But like, I didn't dislike him before. I knew there was more, and we would eventually learn more. But I didn't think it would be somebody that I really ended up liking. Like that was crazy. The whole thing with him choosing the stick and him going to the well and putting himself all of it was so good. I was just so taken back by all of it and just wasn't expecting it. And I just want to know more, man. I just want to know more. I'm just ready for more of it. Like,
I just hope he don't die.
yeah, because he
yeah,
keep
I
coming
don't
real
know,
close
like,
to it.
yeah, he
Y'all, because y'all know the rule. Once we see the
Yeah.
backstory,
That's true. And usually they show
What?
the villain's backstory in the middle of a fight.
once
But
we see the backstory,
oh man, brutal.
Yeah,
Nah,
definitely. And
I can't wait, bro. Like I can't wait to see. I want to see the rest of what happened to just everything, man. Oh girl, shit.
yeah, definitely. And it's right like you said about the weapon. He chooses a plain stick because he overthinks it, thinking that they want him to choose, the least
Like
deadliest
Indiana
thing.
Jones, like
Yeah.
Indiana Jones picking the ugly ass cup. You know what I'm saying? When you got all the childs there, yeah. Like I that's what he thought. That was so funny, bro. Overthinking it is so funny.
Yeah, and then he was just like, no, that doesn't mean anything. But it wound up being something he chose. And the best part about this, like the backstory, it blended so well with the episode, because you find out that when he thinks he has came out of his dream after, basically reliving the fact that
Oh God,
he
that part.
thought, he basically wanted to be
He
better.
was
He
tripping. Yeah.
really was like, oh, you think you got me now, Jabba? I'm about to whoop your ass. And the whole time, Jabba
He
out
was
there dying,
hallucinating, laughing at this man, because this man is hallucinate tripping balls. Oh my God, That was the biggest WTF moment for me. Like I was like, no way, none of this is happening because he did his little jump where he called the stick over. I'm like, oh, he about to turn up. He about to level up.
I thought,
Nope.
oh, you about to get it down.
Nah, my man is drooling on the ground in a genjutsu. Man from Poison. It's bad. Bro, that
like,
show
and
is
I really
so
thought like he was going to like break out of it. You know what I'm saying? Like,
good. He just started
especially when he
laughing.
caught, like, this man caught the claws with his teeth.
Yeah, bro.
Like, I'm like, hold on, yo, that fight before, I'm like, yo, and this man, and then next you know, you find out this man is on some Silent Hill trip, man. This boy
Yo,
is crazy.
that was so good. Like that show's so good. I didn't like that show at first. Like I was first watching it. I was watching Togen Anki, and Togen Anki was just better. You watched Togen? Y'all watched that?
I watched
Oh,
Togen.
So I was just
yeah.
to me that was just better. And then at one point, I think probably like episode 13 or 14, when they did old girls backstory.
That's what we ended it.
I said,
Told us.
oh, this is what we doing. Okay, this is what we doing. I've been locked in every week since. But I'm just shocked at how good it's all turning out to be.
Episode 3 started like I first watched it, was like, all right, I'm feeling this is, I got to get past the first arc vibes, like most of the greats, you know what I'm saying? But next, you know, it's just start getting better and better and better, and then again that episode,
Yo,
and how it's their how they are telling the story that is setting them up. And like I said, Gaia Chikuda is definitely giving big 3 vibes. Like, it doesn't have the numbers right now,
really,
but the storytelling, the animation, the action, the influence that is starting to build is definitely giving big 3
and
vibes.
there's black people. People.
They're dictated.
That are represented
greatly. Like, like so greatly. Like, you know, well, my only question for Gotcha Cool is all this time, where is Rudo? We ain't seen Rudo in like 3 episodes. When we gonna get back to my main
who did he break off with? He broke off with the main dude, right?
Engine.
Yeah,
right?
He broke. Yeah, wait. So, because Engine's not fighting yet either.
Nope. So
they
far,
got Scissors Girl. Scissors Girl.
Oh, and Scissors Girl with the hair. Say again, Skitty. You breaking up?
Yeah, you breaking up for me.
Yep, still breaking up. We can't hear what you're saying.
Still breaking up.
You sound like a robot.
Yeah.
Okay, we'll let you come back to that thought. But
hi, Fran.
You can hear you now.
10, you got 10 fingers up?
Yep, she does.
You put them down? Okay, we're in there. Up.
All right. There you go.
All right. Dang, I lost my thought.
We was talking about the scissors, the girl with the scissors and the lightning hair.
Oh no, the dude Rudo is with the leader of the Raiders.
Yeah.
Remember
right.
That's who he broke off.
Roach.
Yeah,
because he ate the roach right in front of him, and Rudo's like, "What the? You're eating roaches?"
He was trying to convince Rudo to come join the side, but they all on the same side. The Darth Vader speech.
Yeah, I can't wait to see Rudo's next fight. Like, I'm curious to see what he's gonna bring to life. The plunger shit was just, bro.
Yo, he was literally flinging shit at Bull. Zonka was like, "Hold up."
Zonka was so mad, bro. He had Ultra Instinct active for a minute, then it just broke down.
He was like, "Do you
know
the
show
what
is
you're
really
using?"
The show is really good, but I get why somebody would watch it and be like, "What's the point of watching it?" Because like, oh, how's it different than like Fire Force or any of the other things they got going on? It just hits a little different, man. It's just them stories. It's just the storytelling.
That's what
that's the only difference. That's the only thing that sets it apart. And the whole trash thing is just like, I think it's just used for great metaphors throughout the show.
If one's man trash was another man's treasure,
was a show. Yes, it would be. It would be.
Go ahead,
tell him. Yep. Yes, definitely. Alrighty, so we go on to our last topic of the day, and we're gonna take a little bit of break of emotional turmoil to come up with something that's a little bit fun to watch. Our favorite, One Punch Man.
Yes, yes,
What
yes,
my
yes.
man Saint Thomas, Saint Thomas is back. I have a toddler that won't stay still, but he is back, and in this, he is back, and in this scene, we get the paper to screen hot pot scene.
Cannot wait. Been waiting for years. I
Yo,
have been waiting for this scene for years. Years. I probably like 4, 5 years. I don't know how many years it's been since that was animated. That was written in the book that I read it, but
yeah.
I've been waiting for that scene for years. In general, this this arc is going to be hard to animate. Like I understand why it takes this long. Like how are you going to
Yeah.
really do this arc? This arc went from like showing one fight, next 2 weeks they'll show another fight. In 6 weeks you might circle back to that first fight they just showed you. So that hopefully they get it all together because it's nonstop fighting. It is nonstop fighting. So the hot pot scene is the calm before the storm. And they did it really well. I fucking King, bro. King King is just so funny, man. I love
Bro,
King so much. My man was knocked out. But
comatose.
it was good. I really like how they did it, and I've just been waiting for that scene in particular to see all their auras hovering over the hot pot. How they were going to animate that. And they did it well. Just
Yeah, definitely. We get this build up. A lot of people been, I'm gonna say it, kind of bitching online about it. I mean, if you
Hating.
watch One Punch Man in the other seasons, you see that this is the tone of the show. This is
it's like Gintama with more action.
Yeah, like this is kind of like his stick, and we get these episodes where we get the hints of the battle and then we get these funny moments, and we're building up to all these characters, introducing or reintroducing these characters after some time away. And, it really is just great to see how the humor doesn't. I asked this question earlier, I think a few weeks ago, about does the humor overshadow the show? And I
Hmm.
honestly enjoy watching this episode. Like, I enjoyed the banter. I enjoyed him like,
Yeah.
oh y'all, now y'all gotta get out.
Yeah,
Because
the
I
whole
mean,
time we've been trying to kick them out. It was so funny,
they just
and
like
that's the thing. Like people are worried, like they shouldn't be worried. There,
shouldn't be.
this arc is non-stop action. Like that was the stop, the hot pot scene. It's over. It's up from here on out, and it's up to the point where you're gonna miss some of that funny stuff. Not saying that there isn't funny stuff that happens in some of these fights, um, but it's like 12 to 16 fights that are about to happen right now, like at the same time. And you already know, if you've read, then you know what's about to happen. And it's about to be crazy. And so like I'm glad that they did take their time by doing a little bit of setup. But it does worry me like that they do too many episodes of setting up. Should they have crunched some of this content? Because how are y'all like how many seasons is this arc gonna run? You can't do all these fights in one season. I don't even think you can get from up out of the ground in 2 seasons. Like I
Yeah,
don't know how they're going
Man.
to do this. It's going to take them 2 seasons to get up out of the ground.
agree.
Either that or they probably skip something.
Or
But
just make some of the fights quicker, like have quicker resolutions to the fight.
yeah,
Because
yeah.
some of those fights drag out for weeks, bro. Like they didn't need to drag out for issues and issues and issues. Um, but they doesn't look like I'm looking to see who they're introducing. I didn't see anybody skipped so far. You know what
Right.
I'm
Yeah,
saying?
Right.
They've showed everybody that does their big one and big two because some of them go through a 6 issue fight and then they later on they meet up with a friend and have another fight for another 6 issues is what I'm saying. So like everybody who's complaining like there's no shortage of action that's about to happen and
Yeah,
it's gonna
man.
go down.
Let
yeah.
them cook. Let
That's
'em
all you gotta do is let them cook.
because
Like,
once Garu starts, see, here's the thing. It like once Garu starts going back, and as you see him now, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like he's in the mix,
Yeah.
and you see after that the buildup of all the S rank, you know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
Like like Kai said, it's about to go
Yeah,
down.
I don't know that Saitama fights this season. I think we've seen pretty much all that he does this season.
For the most part, the
They're gonna
seasons
have to skip
are
a
they
lot.
got like 12 to 13 episodes because the
Yeah, I
first
don't know.
season,
What we gonna see? We're not gonna see him fight no. He's done this season.
yeah, we're not going to see we're not going to probably see him fight until again, unless they shorten some stuff up,
Yeah,
or you know what I mean, they already have a plan for a season 4.
I mean,
So
yeah. That's what I'm saying. Like this is, I don't know how they're gonna do this, but we're hoping for the best. But I think they did really good up to this point. To, looks like they're not skipping much because they really did do the little whole meeting. I didn't think they would do the whole sitting at the round table and discussions with the little kid dude and all that. They actually gave them their screen time, which I didn't think was gonna happen. So I'm excited to see how to do it. I hope they make it through the critics, and I hope people aren't too hard on it because the rest of One Punch Man is amazing. So,
It's amazing. 100%
see,
agree.
yeah, they're saying that this season 3 is only 12 episodes.
hmm.
So
Yeah, good luck. I don't know how
Yeah.
they're
and they
gonna
said the only reason why it was for delays was because of lack of manga issues,
that's
lack of manga sources.
that's crazy. They
So
got a lot of material. They've got multiple seasons of material left. I don't know how they. That's a damn
exactly. So
lie.
that's what I'm saying. Like, I don't
We'll
know if
see.
we'll see. Yeah.
Yeah, it's a good book. So I mean, I've read it. So I ain't missing too much, but we'll see.
Definitely. We shall see. We shall see indeed. If you guys don't know that One Punch Man episode, this is the fourth episode or the fifth? I think it's the
It's
fifth.
on.
Fair.
I think
Fifth.
fifth.
Yeah.
Is it? I feel like it's been five
I'm not
Everything's on
sure.
episodes.
I'm not.
5 right now, I feel like.
I know it dropped this morning. It
Yeah,
always
it
drops
did drop
Sundays
this morning.
morning. So One Punch Man season
Six,
3, episode 6,
six,
November. Yep.
6. Yeah.
No,
Yeah,
we're on episode 5. This is November 9th, man.
I already watched that shit. I feel like I watched the episode this morning.
The episode this morning.
Wait, did I? No, I didn't. I didn't
You
watch it
didn't.
today. I already
Oh
no. Just
no.
tell me.
Yeah, it dropped this morning. Episode 5. Episode 6 dropped next weekend. On Sunday. So yeah. Yeah, so make sure you
Um.
guys check that out. We will talk about it next week. And that is it for our show. So we're not going to do any wrap up level today, guys, because of time. But we appreciate everyone hanging
Cool.
out with us today through the technical issues. Thank you to our special guest Kyrie for joining us on the level today, bringing in your definitely I I was waiting a little controversy, but you ain't give no
Mm-mm,
controversy.
I'm not. You got listen. Like that's what I'm saying. Like me and the dudes in the group, like Brian and stuff, we talk all the time. We don't argue about anything. We don't
You
argue
don't
about
really
nothing.
like
Don't
you don't
don't.
really like no shows, but I'm glad I picked the shows you liked.
I'm gonna have an open mind though. That's what I'm saying. Like,
And
don't let that stuff
that's
fool
for
you. I'm
you.
very
And that's
open
what
minded.
that's one
One
thing I like about you for sure.
one little tidbit, because there's
One
something
little
that popped
tidbit.
up on my Hulu, and I seen it, and I'm gonna watch it.
Mm-hmm.
Disney came out with an
For
anime
anime, the
called
villains.
Twisted Wonderland.
Mm-hmm. It's
Oh,
about the
that's
villains.
them.
Yeah, it's
Yeah,
them.
that's
Oh,
them. That's
I did hear
Disney.
about that. I heard about that, and I've seen
Mm-hmm.
Twisted.
And
I've seen it on there. I didn't know that what that project
yeah,
was.
and I'm like, I didn't know Disney had you know what I mean? So I'm definitely gonna check that out
All
after
right.
One Punch Man. So
Okay.
yeah.
Well, it's
Is it
definitely-
a episode? I'll check it out too. I'll watch that.
Yeah,
yeah,
it's so far I think it's like two to three
Okay.
episodes out right now.
yeah.
So
Yep. We got to catch it. Maybe we talk about it if it's a good watch. Well, that's our show here on the level, guys. Make sure that you like, comment, and subscribe on YouTube and Twitch at the LVL Pod, bringing you weekly check-ins for geek and pop culture where it all collides. I'm your host, Rainy Days. Skitty Live, the man behind the chair, Bruce McFly. And shout out again, thank you to our special guest, Kyrie. Make sure you guys check out his content on Facebook, Twitch, and YouTube, wherever you can find him. And as always, we'll see you guys on the next level. We out.
Later. Thank you for having me.
Thank you.